Okie dokie. Hold on. Oh, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Well, interestingly enough, what's the order to do this? I'm finishing watching the Chinese parade. Wow, okay. C-SPAN, right? C-SPAN. Hold on. C-SPAN. This one. Ish. While verifying HIJ, do a copy. Control C, Control V. And oh jeez, that scared the shit out of me. Okay. This originally aired 3, 6, 8. Three, 6. Okay, hold on. 2, 2, and 9. So table's different. How long is this stuff? I mean, I'm logged in, right? It is. Advertisement.
Incinerated garbage disposals are the only garbage disposals with induction wells and effective designated similar in the USA. Our battery power and advanced series disposals feature 4-drive induction motors for reliable performance grind after grind.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Deploying in January. The witnesses for this hearing, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who has just taken her seat,
there we go.
Secretary Robert Gates, and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair.
It is September 7th, Sunday, 2:11 p.m. I did not win the lottery. I am so sad. Secretary Clinton. You know what's worst thing about not winning the lottery, Secretary Clinton? Is, never mind. Yes, yeah, I'll let you talk first. Chairman Berman, who is totally retired, I think.
Before beginning my opening statement, I'd like to make several brief announcements. As most of you know, our colleague Robert Wexler will resign from Congress at the end of this year to become president.
Oh, never mind. I think you're still in office. You just not.
And economic cooperation.
You just don't have. You are still go. You just don't have a committee chairmanship or something. So I haven't seen you in. Oh, you were a general.
Looking at Bill Delahunt, you would think he is.
So second term, never mind. Dude, you are still in Congress. I mean. You are still in Congress. Where's your committee chair? I have not seen you in the chairman or anything. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't attend that many. I mean, yeah, seriously, you are still in Congress somewhere. You are the subcommittee intelligence. Dude, you're supposed. I just didn't attend. I just didn't attend the. Anyway, he's still in Congress. Anyway, somewhere. I just haven't seen you for some. Well, I guess I will see you soon.
Wish all 3 of our colleagues the best of luck in their new positions.
He's still in Congress somewhere. I just haven't seen him. He's supposed to be a chair. Well, I don't attend the. I don't go attend the Armed Forces Subcommittee all that often in the future. I haven't, not yet.
Gordon Banai, who is with us here today. Hungary is.
Wait, well that's complicated. In the past, no, we got a problem. The leader of Hungary is. Yeah, they help, but let me go get some water. I'll tell you. Okay, I'm so sad that I did not win the lottery. We got a problem. The leader of Hungary really loves Putin in the future. The future leader of Hungary. So
Given the time constraints on the witnesses, they must leave.
that means
wherever we are, and to ensure that as many members as possible have a chance to ask questions, we will limit opening statements to myself and the ranking member.
okay.
I will not be taking all of my time.
Well, I will listening. I mean, I gotta finish the Chinese parade and then let you listen to the future.
Recognize myself. Statement. Last night, President Obama spoke eloquently to the nation about his plan of action in Afghanistan. Today, we're
That's
pleased
what I
to
wanted to
welcome
do.
3 senior officials to testify on the president's proposed strategy.
There's a
Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton, Secretary
Yeah,
of Defense
because,
Robert Gates, and Chairman
I have a
of the Joint
documentary.
Chiefs
I had
of Staff.
documentary on what happened in Afghanistan. And I don't know what I'll force you to do, but
As the president
because
stated, it is clear that the United States
I mean, I apparently Wells Fargo has not collapsed in the future now. I found and I think I remember actually seeing one of the branches when I was shopping at the Korean supermarket. It's right across the street from the. I didn't pay attention. It's like, what the fuck was? Anyway, Wells Fargo website's back up. I mean, I remember going to the Wells Fargo website, and the website doesn't exist anymore. So we definitely did something.
In the region, as defined by the president, is to disrupt, dismantle, and defeat Al Qaeda in Afghanistan.
Anyway, the probability of you altering the Afghanistan war and Iraq war is low.
Many news reports
Really low.
suggest that there was a healthy debate in the administration about whether this critical objective could be met by pursuing a targeted counterterrorism strategy as opposed to a more extensive and robust counterinsurgency strategy. Could the United States succeed in Afghanistan by employing relatively small numbers of special operations forces and high-tech weapon systems to disrupt and defeat Al Qaeda and reverse the Taliban's momentum while also accelerating the training of Afghan security forces? Or does
No
the
idea.
deteriorating security situation in Afghanistan call for a more ambitious strategy, one that includes military, political, and economic dimensions to protect
I will
the
let you
people
know what
of
y'all did, so.
Afghanistan and instill confidence
But,
in that country's fragile national government?
There's something
If
more
we
important that I
pursue
need to
the
tell
latter
you,
approach,
because you're the
then,
Foreign
as
Affairs
the president
of
indicated,
committee, right?
Success will
Right,
hinge
that's
on a substantial deployment of civilian resources. The president also noted that success in Afghanistan is dependent on what he referred to as an effective partnership with Pakistan.
You know,
What more will we expect Pakistan to do that they are not already doing? What more will the U.S. have to do to nurture that important relationship?
do y'all want to see the documentary first or the
In both
part with China
Afghanistan
first?
and Pakistan, in terms of
This is,
military and civilian resources,
This is the
something we can
first
afford and are willing to pay. The president took
on
the
C-SPAN.
time
This
to
is the
consult
first
carefully with his
thing that
generals, his diplomats, his national security team, and numerous others to
you have
form a
questions you
complete
want to
picture
answer.
of the
Right?
situation in Afghanistan.
I mean, it's all answerable.
Now begins the deliberative period for Congress and the people we represent. Now
Wow.
is the time for us to evaluate the strategy, to test its coherence, and to raise the questions that will examine the assumptions on which it is based.
I
We
mean,
cannot shirk our
I can
responsibility to
finish.
ask the
I'll do it at the end. It's the same thing, right? Because you guys want the answers
Now
for
turn to the
Afghanistan
ranking
first,
member,
so
Ms. Ross Laitman, for any opening remarks she would like to make, and following
let's do that
we'll
then,
proceed
okay.
immediately to the testimony.
because y'all want. I mean, y'all want answers on Afghanistan first. So I will do Afghanistan documentaries first. I mean, it's September 7, 2025.
Our distinguished
Okay.
witnesses today that our colleague
I
Mr.
mean,
Manzullo is
y'all
unable to
remember
be at
the last time
hearing
y'all
today
talked to
because he
Secretary
is at a
Clinton was
briefing
months
that,
ago for you, but
Senator Durbin
it's one day
is
ago for me.
hosting on bringing Gitmo detainees to Thompson in Illinois. Mr. Manzullo will make
Frontline.
every effort to join today's hearing following the conclusion of the briefing on Gitmo detainee transfers.
So the first
Thank
affirmation
you,
is
Mr. Chairman. Our security and vital interests
Obama's
are at
war
stake in
4 years ago.
Afghanistan. As the
Then there's the
President said in
America and
his
the
speech
Taliban
last
Part 1
night, and
full
I
film,
quote,
and then America and the
"This is
Taliban.
no idle danger,
Part
no
3.
hypothetical threat. This
Holy
danger
shit.
will only grow if the region slides backwards and Al Qaeda, can operate with impunity, end quote. Our
Understand.
brave men and women in uniform
I
understand
have,
this reality and stand ready for duty. They embrace the opportunity to defend our nation and protect
American
our
Part 1
homeland
continuing
by defeating the enemy
Afghanistan
in a
undercover
convincing
Taliban
manner
takeover
so
in
that
search of
it
Al
cannot
Qaeda.
ever again
Bibi
rise
Afghanistan.
against us. It is our
That's the same thing.
obligation
So,
to provide them and
okay.
all of our personnel on the ground
I have a
with
lot
the
of
support and the
documentary
resources
to show you,
necessary to
but,
win the war in Afghanistan and prevail against Al Qaeda, the Taliban, and other militants. I am, however, concerned that before the strategy has been implemented, the President has placed a deadline on our commitment and a timeline for the withdrawal of our troops. What message
It's,
does this telegraph to the enemy?
It's
How does
2021,
that
August
morale
30th,
of
if I
our
remember
troops
to.
and the
When
mindset
did
of
we
our
leave?
Afghan counterparts and other allies in this effort?
August
This
30th,
is the fight that we
2021 is
cannot
the.
afford to lose. General McChrystal wrote on August 30th that the next 12 months were critical, yet 1/4 of that time is already gone. As President John F. Kennedy said, and I quote, "There are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risk of comfortable inaction," end quote. Now that the President has articulated the administration's
I got
approach
bigger
toward
problems.
Afghanistan, we must fully commit to doing everything possible to succeed.
Seriously, I swear to God, we
I
have
ask
bigger
that our
problems.
distinguished witnesses address the following. What are the key differences between the strategy that the President articulated yesterday and those that he articulated last March? What action is the administration taking to ensure that those who have pledged to provide multilateral
I don't know the
and
strategy
bilateral
yesterday, so let me
assistance
watch
to
it. Without
Afghanistan actually fulfill their commitments? And Secretary Clinton, what is our anti-corruption strategy in Afghanistan?
I need to watch the
What is our
president
strategy
because
for
I don't
promoting a
know.
more capable,
I don't know
accountable, and
what the
effective
president
government in Afghanistan that truly serves the Afghan people? Secretary Gates, what is our
I mean, it
strategy
is
for
theoretically
expanding the
possible for you
numbers
to actually
and
win
building
the war in
capacity
Afghanistan and change
of
the
the
timeline,
Afghan
but
national
it's
security forces? What
honestly
is our
probability of
strategy
that
for supporting
happening is
Afghanistan
so
in
ridiculously
disrupting
low.
and dismantling narco traffickers and breaking the narcotics insurgency nexus? I would like to refer to an editorial appearing on Monday in the Wall Street Journal Europe section where the author refers to a discussion he had with the chief prosecutor for the International Criminal Court. The ICC
Wait, didn't I just see
chief
this one? I saw this one.
prosecutor said
I can't, yeah,
that he
I saw this
already
one.
has jurisdiction in Afghanistan because the Afghan government ratified the Rome Statute in 2003 and
That's
that he is already conducting a preliminary examination into whether NATO troops, including our American soldiers fighting the Taliban, may have to be prosecuted by the International Criminal Court. Secretary Clinton this past
That's
August
not gonna
expressed,
happen.
quote, "Great regret
That has never
we are not
happened.
a
No American soldier has
signatory,"
ever been,
end
so
quote,
we'll
to the
be fine. But
International Criminal Court.
it's
And just a
getting.
few weeks ago, the
Anyway, I
US
will.
sent
So
an
this is
observer
this
mission
after
to
she
the
finishes
ICC
talking.
Assembly of States.
I will listen
What is
to.
the administration's current position concerning the ICC, and what protections are being provided to our personnel in Afghanistan to ensure that they are not
This is
subject to
2000
ICC prosecution?
2009.
And in closing, Mr. Chairman, because the administration
2009.
is concerned about
So
costs and
December-
wants to put a price on the defense and the security of our nation, I would suggest that we
Let me
withhold
pause
US
and listen to what the
contributions
president
the
what
UN
president's
until
planning to
reforms,
do.
accountability, and transparency measures are actually put in place.
What's your friend
I'm
talking?
confident that the American people would prefer
'Cause I do
that
not
their
know what the
limited
president
taxpayer
did.
funds would provide
There you go.
provided to our personnel in Afghanistan
December 1st. There we go. I got it.
so that they have the tools needed to win rather than have it squandered away by a UN system hijacked by enemies of freedom and democracy. And just yesterday, the UN General Assembly passed multiple anti-Israel resolutions and in their International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. And the UN vote just continues
that's
to
not very long.
establish every day. The challenges in Afghanistan are great, Mr. Chairman, but they're not insurmountable. I look forward to the immediate implementation of a strategy that provides us the highest chances for success.
Well, this
with
is
the lowest
cool,
risk
but
to the safety and
I
well-being
mean, I wasn't
of
planning
brave
on doing
patriots
anything. It's
serving
documentaries something like that, and
about
then
to
you guys look at
serve
this. So
in
perfect.
Afghanistan. Thank you very much for the time, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Uh,
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
Okay.
And, like to
Okay.
introduce the witnesses. As if
This, not my fault if this gets flagged for copyright violation. Okay.
First 4 or 5 counts.
It originally aired on October 13, 2009, so that's not. Wait a minute.
President Obama has called it unnecessary.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is your past. That's not gonna work. One second. One second.
Lines as First Lady.
This
Tireless advocate.
secretary. This originally aired October 13, 2009. That means I have to show it to you earlier.
Robert Gates.
Okay, I found the documentary. This documentary originally aired on October 13, 2009, so that's not helpful if you watch it. The document that you can actually already see yourself, right? So let me go find something earlier to really show you the documentary. 1 second. I'm trying to find where to show President Obama in the documentary. You guys even want to tell me which one I picked? Anyway, I'll be back. Yeah, that's pretty good enough. Oh, 1 second. Oh, this is good enough. No, I'll watch it then. Oh man, I mean, I felt the President Obama's speech on U.S. Israeli issues, and Secretary Clinton knows something about Israel that,
Dr. Gates was the president of Texas A&M University.
Never mind.
Secretary.
Why not? It's gonna be absolutely interesting. Oh man, you guys gonna have a hard time with October 7, 2023. That's for sure. Yeah, where's Barack Obama? We can skip over to Barack Obama. 1 second. Well, I was gonna do Afghanistan President Obama, but why not? You guys want to hear? You guys want to hear stories of the future? By the way, I would just like point out if Alexis Ren wasn't dating the Satan, Israel would be completely safe now and Iran would be gone. So I would just like say whoever sent Satan to date Alexis Ren is not the brightest cookie in the thing. You know, Alexandra Michelle Lerner is actually Jewish and she did not do a good job. Anyway. Okay, Iran, frontline, Iran, Israel. Let me see if I wanna watch it. 1 month ago, remake Invisible. Okay, so that is. Hold on.
Months ago, Israel launched
Okay, it's September 7th, 2025, 2:30 p.m. So, oh man. Seriously, I was gonna do Afghanistan, but apparently we are doing.
Remembering the 3 soldiers that are still held by Hezbollah.
Operation
We will not
Rising
forget
Lion.
them. And
Targeted
Okay.
military operation rolls back the Iranian threat. It
Hi.
was very severe.
Bibi.
It was the start of the war between Israel and Iran,
night last night.
two enemies that had been fighting for years in the shadows.
Yes, President Obama. It is September 7th, 2005, 2:30 p.m. This is
Within days, the U.S. would join in.
Inside Iran, American stealth bombers and submarines launched a massive coordinated attack.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried
one second.
out massive precision strikes
One
on
second.
three.
One second.
For the outstanding race
Oh.
that she has run.
Yeah. Wait. What time are you on? Oh, this is before. This is Joe. You haven't been elected president anyway. I need to tell
She is a true friend of
to.
Israel. She is a great senator
Fuck.
from New York.
Are there any Iranian spies in this audience? If there are any Iranian spies, we want to kick them out. That might be a good idea.
Alongside New York.
Yeah. President Trump, President Obama's gonna find President Trump. He's gonna be angry if I don't tell him this stuff too. So I'll be right back. 1 second. Peace, man. IPAC, right? So, President Trump, IPAC. Why not? Anyway, this is way too
Now,
short.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump speaks at the APAC conference. He focused his remarks on the Iran nuclear deal and criticism of President Obama's foreign policy in the Middle East. This is 25 minutes.
Well, alright. Hi, President Obama. I found President Trump in 2016, so let's do this. Hi, President Trump. It is September 7th, 2025 for Andrew. I definitely sure I don't watch this, so we got some interesting shit coming.
Nuclear facilities.
Hi, President Trump. September 7th, 2025.
We've gotten a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel.
The so-called 12-day war marked a dramatic shift in the balance of power in the Middle East, and it was the culmination of decades of escalating conflict. Leading up to the war and after it began, we sat down with officials, insiders, and experts on all sides. This film's going to cover a large swath of history.
Yep.
We've drawn on years of frontlines reporting to trace the roots of the conflict. It's an amazingly complex story. From the rise of Iran's powerful regional proxies like Hezbollah and Hamas,
It was a huge threat.
to the diplomatic efforts to contain Iran's nuclear program.
The leaders of Iran must recognize that now is the time for a diplomatic solution.
From the October
That's you.
7th attacks,
There's an Israel before October 7th, and there is an Israel after October 7th.
to the wars between Israel, Iran, and its proxies ever since.
We will not allow those threats to come to our borders. Annihilation, extermination. Do I need to give you numbers?
We faced an aggression by Israel and by America, and then we resisted.
And now, the uncertainty gripping the region.
Israel hit Syria's capital with airstrikes.
Hi.
New territory.
September 7, 2025. Making the Middle East, Israel versus Iran. I thought I was going to do Afghanistan today,
This
but
program contains graphic imagery.
I'm just going to, President Trump, President Obama, I'm just going to watch his documentary. So,
When I last stood here, I spoke of the consequences of Iran developing nuclear weapons. Now time is running out. The more Iran believes that all options are on the table, the less the chance of confrontation.
The
2011.
roots of last month's bombing go back many years to a long campaign by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Documentary.
And this is why I ask
It
you
is September 7, 2025.
to continue to send an unequivocal message that America will never permit Iran to develop nuclear weapons.
I don't think I had a single meeting with the Prime Minister where he didn't raise his concerns about Iran, and certainly the fact that Iran was pursuing a nuclear program that might enable it to have a nuclear weapon.
By the way,
He was
just
single-minded
officially, if
focused on
Alexis
that,
Ren
and
did
he
not
never
take
let
that
me
to that
forget,
level, Iran
that
would
was
be
his
overthrown
number one
by now.
What was often your
That is
response
not
to
my
that?
fault.
My response was that the United States largely shared that analysis and that understanding of the Iranian regime. The only question was, how would we deal with it? How would we deal with the most significant and most dangerous threat that Iran could pose, which is if it ever required a nuclear weapon, and how to make sure that didn't happen.
Netanyahu had reason to be
September
concerned.
7,
Western
2025.
intelligence services
Talking to
have
two
recently
presidents.
uncovered a dangerous new phase in Iran's nuclear ambitions.
Western leaders in Pittsburgh this week were unhappy, but they weren't surprised.
President Obama and the leaders of France and the United Kingdom revealed what intelligence
Pittsburgh
had shown
Summers.
was that Iran was building an underground enrichment facility at a place called Fordo.
This is not the first
Fordo.
time that Iran has concealed information about its nuclear program.
There were a number of clocks ticking. One clock was the rate at which Iran was enriching uranium. Another clock was the rate in which they would complete the enrichment and move underground, at which point it'd be too late.
Iran denied it was building a bomb and insisted Fordo was for its civilian nuclear power program.
Never Iran was after nuclear bomb.
Hossein Mousavian spent years as an Iranian diplomat and nuclear negotiator. Why would Iran build a nuclear facility in the side of a mountain 80 meters underground if it were only for peaceful purposes? Why do that?
The answer is very, very simple. It is because of the US. Because every US president
Deception.
repeatedly said all
Deception.
options are on the table. It means the US
I cannot read minds, but I can read body
attack
language,
Iran.
so.
When you threaten a country for military strike, why they should not have their nuclear facilities
Interesting.
under the ground? They would be
Smiling.
crazy if they would not have done it.
Surprise.
Sanctions are designed.
I cannot read minds, President Trump and President Obama, but I can read deception. That man is a liar.
Pleased to sign into law. These
September 7,
legislations
2025.
in the past by the
Documentary.
United States Congress.
President.
The Obama administration had already imposed crippling sanctions on Iran, and behind the scenes pursued a series of covert cyber operations against its nuclear program.
Yeah.
You know, for them, you're the great city.
The Stuxnex virus thing. It did work.
But Netanyahu wanted to go further, a military strike.
The Prime Minister did not believe the Iranian nuclear program
You have to wait until
could be
2025.
contained and prevented from producing a nuclear weapon without military action. So for him, it was a matter of when and who and how.
There is strong likelihood Israel will strike.
I will try to find the next event you guys
In early
have
2012,
to give you.
the Israeli military was planning for an attack on Iran's nuclear sites. But
Wait,
as the
what?
possibility of a strike grew, Netanyahu's own cabinet and intelligence agencies were divided on whether to attack.
The
In the past?
issue was whether right now they're building a bomb and this is the right time to do it.
When
Zohar
did
Palti, head of Mossad's intelligence directorate, was
You'll have to
arguing
wait
against
until
it.
2024
We're
or
not
2025.
And starting a war with the youth
In 2025, Nasrallah's dead, Hezbollah is mostly crippled. The Lebanese government is still trying to take control of Hezbollah's weapons. I'm not sure to do it. It's all Alexis Ren Glabach's satanic boyfriend's fault that it can succeed in destroying all of Israel's enemies.
The chief of staff was against it.
Because I'm not dating her right now, so Andrew knows.
Around the table, from the professionals, I think that I was the only one.
Alexander Michelle
This is
Lerner
the right
didn't help
moment, and we
either.
should
So.
do it.
Yaakov Amadror was Netanyahu's national security advisor.
We are asking ourselves every morning one question. Will tomorrow will be too late? If it is not,
Have you guys heard the movie 13 Going on 30? Because in Obama's time, Alexis will be around 13, and she's 28 now. She's going to be
With his
30
cabinet
soon.
divided,
So 13 going
Netanyahu
on 30.
turned to
So.
Obama and asked him for assurance that if Israel did go ahead, the U.S. would back them up.
Oh.
what Netanyahu wants is either a green light or a yellow light to go bomb the Iranian program. And the knowledge that if the Iranians retaliated against Israel, Obama would be right with him to get in there.
I don't think we had the technology to defend against ballistic missiles in the past. So the technology that we have in 2024 does not exist in 2008 or
In the
2016.
end, Netanyahu stood down.
We have a yeah. The problem is in 2008, I was not
between
awake.
Iran and Israel goes back almost 50 years to 1979,
Yeah, that's the.
when Iranian revolutionaries overthrew a repressive monarchy supported by the U.S. and allied with Israel.
Oh man.
Ayatollah Khomeini, who was the ideologue of the Iranian Revolution,
Oh boy.
had written a lot about Israel in his proclamations, in his writings. He saw Israel as an aggressive outside force which had taken Palestinian territory, exiled Palestinians from their land.
Oh boy. This is 1979. This is 2 years before I'm
In
born.
the revolutionary Iranian stance on Israel.
Yes, he was part of the ideology. Eradication of Israel, restoration of land to the Palestinians was an aspiration of all Arabs, all Muslims at that point in time, and it would be the Islamic Revolution that would fulfill that aspiration.
The new
I have
Iranian
not
regime was
successfully
heavily
overthrown the
sanctioned
Iranian
by the
government yet,
U.S.,
so
which backed Iran's
totally
rivals
all
in the
Alexis'
region,
boyfriend's fault.
like Iraq and Saudi Arabia.
Iran is Shia, Iran is Persian speaking, the Arab borders consciousness is
Just
Sunni,
watching, just
it's
watching.
Arabic speaking. Iran in the region is an absolute norm.
Iran would bolster its standing in the region through its support of the Palestinian cause.
No other issue gives Iran a role, a say in the Arab. Right? No other issue speaks to Arab hearts and minds than Iran's support for the Palestinians.
Devastation in the rest of the city is appalling.
Initially, Iran backed Yasser Arafat's Palestine
IPAC,
Liberation
right?
Organization, the PLO, which was engaged in an armed struggle against
IPAC's
Israel
every year,
from
so I
its
will
base in
move forward in the year and watch as many documentaries as possible.
In 1982, Israel invaded and occupied southern Lebanon to drive out the PLO. Iran went on to train and fund a Lebanese Shia group to fight against Israel. It would become known as Hezbollah.
I think one of Alexandra Michelle Lerner's friends, supposed friends, is actually Hezbollah. Nadia Zabedi. Najwa Zabedi. Z-B-I-A-N. N-A-J-W-A. And it's probably Hezbollah, so. That's how this shit happens. I mean, you got a Russian spy dating my future wife, and her sister's best acquaintance friend is Hezbollah.
Makes so evident the bestial nature of those who would assume power
Indeed.
if they could have their way and drive us out of that area.
But it also taught the Iranians
That's
that
President
there was
Reagan,
a strategy, that you could actually extricate the West by using
26 minutes.
terrorism or asymmetric behavior, etc.
I'm gonna have to talk to your AIPAC, Mr. President, and go through all your
Hezbollah
presidency.
units, or the militias Iran was training, started suicide bombing against Israeli targets.
We shall look for the people.
This is education for Andrew, but
By the
little pieces of
1990s,
the past.
Israeli intelligence was growing increasingly concerned that Iran was escalating and trying to develop a nuclear bomb, a red line for Israel, the only nuclear power in the Middle East.
There's already very deep animosity between Iran and Israel, and it's very ideological.
Why did Romney, President Trump, and President Obama, President Obama was in 2008, is because, you know, you already know, right? Did I tell you in your past? How my wife got stolen by Russian intelligence, and is the Iranians, the Russians stole my wife. Hi Bibi, is that Bibi? It's September 7, 2025. My wife got stolen by Russian intelligence.
If this regime or its despotic neighbor Iraq.
1996, yeah. Oh, that's the year she's about to be born. She's a fetus right now. The most important woman in 9 years is a fetus. She's about to be born. No. Literally the most important woman on planet Earth, and the Jewish people and American intelligence lost the most important people to the Russians and the Iranians. So Hezbollah, the terrorists capture. So yeah, shit happens. Well, the guy was actually that was the. I don't like that.
Throughout this time, Iran's plot strategy was evolving.
Crap! I think I'm gonna.
Today we're preparing a whole new generation which will fight the state of Israel.
Oh, well, you should be friends with Israel.
Fact and the PLO negotiating the historic Oslo peace accords with Israel.
President Clinton.
Iran began backing a new, more extreme Palestinian group.
Hamas.
The car bomb was aimed at killing the maximum number of Israeli school children. Belongs to the Islamic group Hamas. They carried out the
When the Oslo Agreement is signed, most Palestinians said, let's give this a chance. But there was that core constituency.
Hamas is still hanging on by a thread.
Peace process is a sham. It can never succeed.
Hamas still hanging on by a thread, by the way.
Palestine and
I think we're gonna have to kill them all.
Hamas is
all because I'm not dating the Queen of Peace.
Violently opposed to two-state solution.
Because literally, I think if
in this decade, the 1990s,
if I was dating Alexis right now, Iran would be collapsed by now. So.
There has been only one country.
And Iran would be collapsed already. If,
militias against Israel.
Secretary Condoleezza says I should keep trying, but it's going to be very difficult. Because people in the past found out how important Alexis is. Just remove Alexis from our life, and then the whole plan goes out. Israel is now still fighting. So the most important operation in the history of the world was making sure Alexis stayed to enter. You know, unfortunately, you failed. You both failed. So I mean, but President Trump is okay because that boyfriend is gonna make sure that you become president twice. So,
We'll fight in Syria. We'll fight in Palestine. So that we don't have to fight in Iran.
In time, this network of militias would become known as the Axis of Resistance.
So Yemen is the only one that's actually kind of strong. Syria is now trying to rebuild. Iraq is splintered, and
organizations all fighting against Israel, which to this day it says is an illegitimate state occupying Palestinian land.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
we have supported the Palestinian people in their program to end the occupation.
Oh, this documentary was filmed before.
Iran has supported with both training and military support and money certain regional.
Dude, President Trump, I think the PBS let them know about the 12-day war.
As building an axis of resistance, they see it as an offensive strategy.
Well, right now Iran is rebuilding its air defense systems and ballistic missile program stockpile. And the only people I think that actually have the extra to sell them is China, which that would be not nice. I know, right? President Trump and President China. We'll see. No intelligence from public intelligence.
In response to occupation, in response to more than 70 years of Israeli occupation of Palestine. If they want to see an end
There's a small possibility Gaza might be emptied out. I mean, West Bank was probably staying. Small possibility. And doesn't lie. Small possibility that Gaza is going to be emptied out. And yeah, y'all have no idea. I mean, you know, it's like there's a man that is the Messiah, and then it's like telepathic and telekinetic, and then you're like, oh, don't like protect his wife from Satan. It's like, yeah. Anyway, next lifetime though, protect Andrew's wife from Satan, and none of this will happen. And, none of the bad stuff anyway.
The Palestinian terrorists, the Houthis, the Assad regime, the Shia militia in Iraq. Second, ballistic missile, and then the nuclear.
The professor was killed by a remote-controlled bomb.
Israel began engaging in a shadow war of its own.
Two of Iran's top nuclear scientists.
Well, I have to say, it's sort of in the middle.
Against Iran's nuclear program.
Two men on a motorcycle stuck a magnetic bomb to the door and then detonated it as they pulled away.
If there is someone who is very important in the process,
Israeli intelligence really needed to work really harder, because next lifetime Israeli intelligence, you need to kill Satan. Well, technically Satan needs that by fire, so flamethrower or volcano. Flamethrower or volcano for Alexis Ren Glombock's boyfriend. Flamethrower that guy. Just use a flamethrower and just set the boy on fire. In your time, it's a teenage boy. It might be Ricky. Wait. It's September 7, 2025. Wait. Uh-oh.
The leaders of Iran must recognize that now is the time for a diplomatic solution.
Uh-oh. I might have seen this already. Your State of the Union is when I tell you how to kill something, not in the movie.
By 2013, having refused to support an Israeli military strike on Iran the year before, President Obama was now pursuing his own strategy. He wanted to negotiate.
when we set up the early stages of the negotiations, it was very secret. It was a very small group. I was chief of staff to the president at the time. There were half a dozen people who knew that the conversation was going on.
Half a dozen people. The entire crowd of AIPAC knows about this.
Israel was not included in the talks.
I know, right? President Trump. Yeah, I know you can hear me, President Trump, but no, President Obama can hear me. It's September 7, 2025, 2:52 p.m. This is documentary on Frontline PBS.
Our principal ally has negotiated behind our backs for 7 months with our worst enemy. Well, that is hard to square.
And when he learned about this, of course, President was furious. He sees this highly sensitive, secretive intelligence coming from Tehran. The Iranians are happy. The American delegates are making concession after concession. And it leads, I think, naturally to harshen the line against the US government and say, this is a very bad deal. You are going to make a very bad deal.
This is
Hi, Bibi. It's September 7, 2025, 2:53 p.m. Don't worry about it. Trust me. Yeah, well, don't worry about it.
President Obama is going to speak today at 7 a.m. on
July 14th.
After 2 years of negotiations, the United States.
President Obama, President Trump's going to throw the deal out the window. As soon as he's president, he's going to throw it out the window. So.
Comprehensive long-term deal. With
Sorry, September 7, 2025. This is a documentary, so.
In the summer of 2015.
Oh, hey, Javad. I like Javad.
Comprehensive Plan of
Javad's
Action,
nice.
JCPOA for short, was signed by
Javad's
the
nice.
US, Iran, and 5 other countries over Israel's furious objections.
Don't worry about it.
What a scary
President Trump. It's September 7, 2025.
It restricted Iran's nuclear activities in exchange for
JCPOA, yeah.
sanctions.
They threw the sucker out. So.
Intensive monitoring by international inspectors.
Complete waste of time. Yeah, President Trump, you got to throw that JCPOA out. So.
To make sure that the Iranians always were at least a year away from being able to produce a weapon.
Because the economic sanctions that last over 8 years between your presidency and then President Biden's presidency.
Cuts off all of Iran's
September 7, 2025.
There were problems with this agreement. the provisions expired too early. The Iranians demanded that they get dwindled down over time. By 2025, as we speak today, they were supposed to be allowed to produce more and more uranium. By 2030, the agreement would end.
At some point, the question is, if you want to stop something,
that's the problem. If you didn't have an end date, President Obama, it would have worked. And
is that a worthy objective? Are you better off with no deal or the best deal you can get? We thought, and I continue to believe, that the best deal you can get was something that left the United States, Israel, and the world safer.
I mean, to those who would say that a deal was better.
Technically speaking, all you had to do was convince Alexis Ren to date Andrew Wong, and that everything will be fine. Peace between Jews and Muslims and Christians. If that destroyed Iran, and then all the other Muslim countries normalized relations with Israel, and whoopsie daisy.
Money, they said, would embolden the regime and its proxies.
Yeah, because Iran's really poor right now.
Got the money as a result of sanctions relief and spent on.
This is actually interesting because Iran is cracking down on dissent. Iranians have been arresting its own people and killing its own people because they were afraid of being overthrown. And if I was dating Alexis Ren, if Andrew Wong was dating Alexis Ren, Iran would be gone. And somehow y'all like Hezbollah getting away and Russia getting away. You guys suck. You guys suck at intelligence. Anyway, too late. I need a new wife, basically. I need a new non-kidnapped wife. Andrew needs a new wife. And, y'all suck at protecting the time machine. This is not even supposed to be possible, by the way.
Qasem Soleimani was
He's dead.
truly irreplaceable.
Yeah? Seemed like a nice guy. He's dead. Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general, President Trump, you killed him. He's dead. I'll tell you how to kill him later.
Who would all fight under the command of Iran.
President Trump, I'll tell you how to kill him.
That you learn in military school. It's not something that you learn from a book. It was something that Soleimani had been able to bring about.
This is totally not what I was planning on doing, by the way. September 7th, 2012, I did not win the lottery yesterday. really bummer. You didn't see the mine at the Rose Garden Club. You're gonna pay the Rose Garden with limestone. You're gonna pay the Rose Garden with limestone because when it rains, the grass, the high heel shoes sinking. High heel shoes sinking. So it's really nice. It looks great. It's like a outdoor dining area in the White House. So. Smartest thing you ever done. So because all the Democrats and Republicans have dinner at the Rose Garden now, and they can talk, and it's really intelligent. It's 2025, and I'm sorry, you're just too smart to not figure it out. Anyway, yeah, I need to find another video. Let's try to IPAC later, right? Let's see. One second. I gotta find another President Trump. 1 second. President Trump needs to hear this too. I need to find another video of President Trump to do what's happening with Iran in the year 2024, 2025. So I will find something. I mean, something IPAC, right? You've been willing to wait 1 year to hear the next part of the documentary. Why not, right? Or do you want to, I mean, is it better? No, I find, well, I've seen all your rallies probably, so it's not a good place to, I don't know. It's better for your mind if you, journal, Mr. President, journal. Write everything that you remember when I told you down on the, write everything down. Go home and journal, write it down. This is March 26th campaign. Okay, let's see. No, let's see, sir. Oh my god, this is quick. This is Friday, September 7th, 2025, 2:59 p.m. I'm telling you about Iran and Israel in 2016, And it's probably better to do right after, right? I mean, instead of wait 1 year, another IPAC, and then I don't know. I don't know. What's better for you? What?
Clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend.
Okay, that's it.
That's common sense.
Yeah. Mr. President, do you have any preference? I mean, you wanna right after, or do you want to wait IPAC 1 year? I mean, I don't know how you're gonna answer. Wait 1 year? IPAC? I mean, well, okay, you're nodding. Okay, IPAC. Okay. So I'll do it. So I'll find the other IPAC and then IPAC in 2017. Then I don't know, wait 1 year for the rest of the documentary. It's like, well, give a longer speech, right? Give a longer speech, and because President Obama has a 48 minute 24 section IPAC. So you're nodding at IPACs, and that's what I did. So I'm thinking that I mean, that's when you remember, but that's you nodding. So
Higher than Chicago? Excuse me. You know how many people were killed in Chicago last weekend?
I don't know that. Wow.
You know how many people were killed in Chicago the week before? 7. You know how many people were wounded? 74 people were wounded.
In Chicago.
You think there's worse than that? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's not cool. I mean,
about Lebanon, Hezbollah refuses to hand over its weapon to the Lebanese.
Oh wow.
The Iran ally, Hezbollah,
That's good.
refuses to hand over.
I was just okay.
Well, you're gonna find out.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Say it.
I would say fly, by the way. Running the warehouse before 2 hours ago. I mean, you said the warehouse during the weekend. No?
I had a great conversation with him. Say hello to him. He's a good man.
Okay. Who was it on? Oh, I didn't hear that one. Okay, IPAC. So the one that I just saw was March 21st. That's the one. Okay. IPAC 12, 2017. To be at 2017, so. Hold on. Just got me right. Okay, Donald J. Trump. Recent appearances. See all appearances. And then add with Netanyahu. Hold on. Oh my god. In history, Trump Netanyahu, I saw something in the past. I did not write it down. So that's not good. Trump Netanyahu. Okay. Oh no, I mean...
Enerpac low-height hydraulic cylinders are versatile and durable. And with several models to choose from, there's an RSM low-height cylinder for many different applications.
Something I saw... When was this one? One second. 7 months ago, February, so I saw that one. That's still February 7th. Saw that one, so that's okay. This one's okay. February 6th. Oh, didn't keep track. Shit.
Find now at interpac.com.
It's gonna be bad. I mean. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see if we can, Mr. President, is September 7th, 2025, Sunday. I was gonna find IPAC, but apparently y'all skipped it in 2017, so. Anyway, I mean, I'm just gonna have to find Benjamin Netanyahu and Barack Obama and see. President Barack Obama did not like the whole bombing the shit out of Iran thing. Anyway, yeah. So. Anyway, yeah, there's this. This player cannot be loaded at this time. Interesting. Are you seriously? Here it is.
This kind of action can't be beat.
Ah. 1 minute. Yeah, it's only 1 minute. That's photo op anyway. I need something longer. I mean, it's September 7th, 2025. I need to brief you about the future, both of you. And then, so, something longer. I mean, on C-SPAN anyway, you know? Let me see if I can find something. Hold on 1 second. On YouTube. On C7. Let me see if I find it on YouTube. Something funny on YouTube. Let's find something on YouTube, maybe. Oh, perfect. Let's make this an hour.
Low-height hydraulic cylinders are versatile and durable. And with several models to choose from, there's an RSN low-height cylinder for many different applications. Buy now at interpack.com.
Yeah. I would prefer longer than that, but this is all I got.
Already has said.
This is all we got. It's September 7th, 2025. 3:10 p.m., Mr. President. Anyway, you gotta listen to this documentary.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, you gotta listen to this documentary.
2006, it had swept national elections.
It's from my BBS documentary.
Seized control of Gaza in a civil war. Hamas has done a lot
Thank
of
you.
damage.
Anyway, Hamas is still holding on, by the way.
My friend, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Gaza is
To the White House.
almost a pile of rubble.
United States again.
Apparently, there are still buildings in Gaza City still left standing, but most of Gaza is completely level to the ground.
Palestinian Authority compared to Arafat.
Literally, it's rubble.
Participants in the peace process with Israel
It's
retreated
not
to
livable anymore. Gaza is no longer livable.
These are
Gaza
the building
becomes a
blocks
fortress
of the
for an organization
Like a cave fortress. You know what happens to Hamas? They take all the money that you give them and they build underground tunnels to smuggle weapons.
these are the Israelis have to figure out how to deal with it.
Anyway,
We will never forget.
President Trump, 2,000 women get raped and 1,200 Israelis get murdered. 2,000 women get raped
In
and
the face
it's
of
awful.
hostility,
trying to
your
stop
open
Hamas from
democracy
bringing
in
in
the face of
weapons and
violence
prevents its fighters from
and
crossing
your
into Israel.
success in the face of chaos is truly inspirational.
But it also trapped the
The
population.
security challenges faced by Israel.
Yeah, it is September 7, 2025, and Operation Roaring Lion was successful. However, Bibi was not successful at overthrowing the government of Iran. Because Andrew is not dating Alexis Ren in the future yet. She dated the devil, so we have a problem. When your wife dates the devil, you sort of lose most of your superpowers. I'm still making
Security assistance to Israel's current
Anyway, somehow Hezbollah inserted a Lebanese poet spy into
which there are unfortunately
September 7th, 2025 for Andrew.
Who's on the right?
We have a long history of
Netanyahu
cooperation.
used the violence to amplify his long-standing
Alright, September 7th, 2025 is
prospects for a Palestinian state.
you're talking to somebody about the terrorist attack. I'm so sorry.
Two nations that share.
By the way, the French and the English might recognize the Palestinians because
This is
they just want to recognize it. Whatever.
Maintain its security even in the state it's
At the
in now
United
would be
Nations.
radically diminished.
The last time I talked to you about this was at IPAC 2016, before you won the election.
Other international forces, as well as
Syria.
boycotts.
Well, I couldn't find another IPAC. You nodded your head when I said IPAC, but I couldn't find another IPAC, so I'm doing this one.
Also thought the threats on Israel's borders could be contained without engaging in all-out wars.
That includes working toward a peace agreement between Israel.
They got whole towns demolished now. I mean, the entire towns. Like there's a city by the sea next to that has a circle of it is completely flat now. I mean, some of the cities in Gaza are completely flat. Literally, it's rubble. I mean, well, anyway, President Obama, you got to sell Israel a lot more bombs because those buildings don't fall down by themselves.
Every so often,
Sorry about that.
need to
As in
be
any successful
predictable
negotiation,
rounds of
both
violence
sides will have to
mowing the
make
grass, as
compromises.
it's called.
You know that.
Oh God, boy,
So,
anyway, yeah. President Trump, you gotta sell Bibi a lot more bombs. He needs a lot more bombs. You don't need a lot more bombs. Whatever bombs you think Israel needs, he needs a lot more than that. And Arrow 2, Arrow 3, Arrow 4 defense missiles, Iron Dome defense missiles. You're gonna need to intercept about 1,500 ballistic missiles total. So we successfully do most of it in the 12-day war. So because I split it out. I made Iran launch missiles at Iran. I made Iran launch missiles at Israel in little pieces, and Iran ran out of missiles.
Mr. Prime Minister,
So-
thank you very much for being
Iran
with
ran
us
out of
today.
missiles. Oh wait.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Oh my God, they're replaying this.
The volatile dynamic in the
This
region
is the
was
speech.
beginning to shift.
Oh my God.
The rise of a new American president.
Wait, is this?
I speak to you today
Thank you for the
as a lifelong
truly
supporter
warm
and
hospitality.
true friend
You
of
and
Israel.
Melania have shown
Wait a minute,
me
did you president? So there is. It's not on C-SPAN then. Oh. I mean,
deeply
Is to
valued
dismantle the
it's
disastrous
September
deal with Iran.
September 7, 2025. Wait, this
it was
is.
so clearly evident.
I think they might be making me watch this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they might have made me because this is was that 2016 or 2017? I don't know. Because I couldn't find it on C-SPAN, the 2017 iPad. Oh,
Our alliance has been
yeah. Some of this footage is in the documentary too. Same day though. This is literally today.
For a new Middle East, where Israel made peace deals with its Arab neighbors.
to dramatically upgrade our
It's something called Abraham Accords. I mean, Abraham. Oh my God!
cyber and trade and so many others that I certainly
They just played this for the documentary.
forthright call to ensure that
Abraham Accords.
security and international
Is it weird? The documentary has this thing I'm watching on C-SPAN.
are resisted mightily.
Oh my God.
It was a
weird.
radical idea that challenged
Abraham Accords, Saudi Arabia and UAE, United Arab, I mean, a lot of the Arab countries signed on to normalize relations with Israel because of you, President Trump. So you're gonna bring peace with other countries other than Iran to Israel, President Trump. I know you just push your lips. You do like
Mr. President, you've shown great clarity.
Abraham Accords. It's called Abraham Accords.
This challenge head on.
and on its
There we
first
go.
trip overseas, courted Iran's rivals in the Gulf.
Yes. Oh my God! It's September 17, 2020. You are listening to me, Mr. President. Yes. Abraham Accords will. I mean, it does happen, but.
And you have said that the United States is committed to preventing Iran from getting nuclear weapons. You call for the defeat of ISIS. Under your leadership, I believe we can reverse the rising
Normalization with the Arab countries.
and in this great task, as in so many
Oh, never
others,
mind.
The Iranian
Israel
threat,
stands with you.
which
Well, this is signed in
our partners felt very acute.
2020.
They had
Oh, that's right.
a nuclear deal that they betrayed.
It's gonna take you a long ass time.
The president comes
We
in
can
and
seize
says we're going to stand up to
September 15, 2020. So it's the end of the year.
Because for the first time in my life,
It's taking you a long ass time.
deal.
and for
And
the
this
first
is
time
what
in the
our
life
Arab
of my
partners
country,
and Israel were
Arab
waiting to
countries
hear
are
after
waiting
8 years of the
do
Obama
not see Israel as
Yeah,
an
and
enemy, but increasingly
Abraham signed September 15, 2020. So it takes 4 years to just get the Abraham Accords.
Trump's efforts to
But then you know the pandemic. The Abraham Accords is September 15, 2020. This is gonna take all 4 years of your presidency, Mr. President. So. And then you gotta wait another 4 years to become president again. Because President Biden's gonna win the.
new ammunition
And then in 2024, Andrew's gonna be helping Israel kick ass.
for the United States.
Anyway, this is only Operation Rising Island. You do not see what happens to the other part of
Mr. President.
it's they're gonna get there. I mean, Andrew's a stone cold killer. When I need to be, I mean, because I'm sad over Alexis. If Alexis was dating me, I'd probably be a little soft, fluffy bunny, you know. I mean, Andrew would be a soft, fluffy bunny, and then no girlfriend means Andrew kills people. So maybe it's a good thing, right? Maybe it's a good thing that Russia.
At times even called for its repeal. I wondered if you're concerned at all as it relates to
This is recent. This is recent.
National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, who's
This is recent. I mean, this is it's September 7, 2025. I've seen this now twice now, Bibi. So
Looks like a dilapidated warehouse.
yeah.
But from the inside,
and secondly on the settlement issue,
Iran's secret atomic
how you
archives
exactly
locked
turn
in
that
massive
as it relates to the
Oh
settlement.
wow! How did you get that picture?
Michael
Damn.
Flynn,
Anyway, I gotta find another video of Barack Obama.
Very, very unfair.
55,000 pages,
Here we go. Let me find BB with Barack, right?
another 55,000 files.
What was the bottom line? Prior to 2003,
One second.
there was an active
Where's Benjamin Netanyahu? Where's Brendan now? Where's he? You know me, Brendan now. Since 2008. I'm gonna do Hillary Clinton and shit. Hold on 1 second. "45 minutes, perfect, perfect. 45 minutes, September 7th, 2025, and I did not watch this. I definitely did not watch this, so this is perfect. Because y'all fail. Because, you know, if Alexis was dating me, Iran would be overthrown. Secretary. I'm not joking. If Alexis, I mean, you think one girlfriend would not be. Seriously, I was so close to overthrowing Iran, so close. You guys are not. I mean, I don't make shit up. I mean, watch the documentary. Listen to the documentary. I mean, I found President Obama and announcing his national security team. So he's gonna be briefed with Operation Ready Line. Because honestly, y'all, not you, President Trump, but mostly President Obama failed. You know. I gotta protect my girlfriend. Too late. I need a new wife, basically.
But now it's really done.
Yeah.
And people are trying to cover up for a terrible loss that the Democrats had under Hillary Clinton. I think it's very, very unfair what's happened to General Flynn, the way he was treated, and the documents and papers that were...
Oh, you can just pardon him. I don't know. Wait, let me check. Very, very unfair. As far as settlements, I'd like to see you hold back on settlements right now. Let me figure out this one. Did you pardon him? 1 second. Yeah, don't worry about it. You pardon him. He's gonna be fine. No, we got bigger problems with him.
I know
you pardoned him, so he's absolutely fine.
Most of them have not started till late.
You totally, President Trump, you pardoned him. That's what the internet said. And I remember too. I was pretty sure, but I went and double check. It wasn't that big deal, you know.
Bibi and I have known each other a long time.
We have a bigger deal.
Great negotiating.
A warehouse
And I think
full
we're
of
going to make
tens
a
of
deal. It
thousands
might
of
be a bigger
pages
and better deal
on
than
how
people
to
in this
build a
room
nuclear
will
weapon
understand.
and not
That's a
disclosing it
possibility.
to the Obama administration.
So let's see what
Iran continues to. The Iranian government called Netanyahu's press conference
Doesn't sound too
childish and
optimistic.
ridiculous. We never wanted to produce a
Oh, never mind. This is not recent. I thought this is during the Obama regime. My bad.
With all due respect, what was the purpose? What was the reason Iran would have a warehouse in Tehran in which there were documents about
How to build a nuclear weapon? I don't know. Maybe you go. We can all take a guess. Anyway, President Trump takes care of it. I promise you. The 12-day war is actually. It's not without cost, by the way. Israel's going to run out of air defense missiles, so air defense missiles are expensive. Air defense missiles are expensive, and Israel runs out. So President Trump says, "Okay, no more fighting because 12-day war because Israel runs out of defense missiles, and America had to do our defense missiles. And they're not they're sea-based. They're Aegis destroyer base SN3, I believe. SN3, Standard Missile 3. Defense missiles from Aegis destroyer cruiser. So we have to cover Israel.
Two-state and one-state.
You know, it's ballistic missiles and drones. Drones we can shoot down with aircraft carriers. You know, with fighter jets. We can send down drones with fighter jets. September 7, 2025.
after the press conference.
I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear.
Oh.
He'd go on to impose severe sanctions and post about it on Twitter.
After we got out of the deal, we reimposed economic sanctions.
All right, John. They rated.
What's the strategy of mounting the pressure? What was the actual game?
The strategy is that because Iran is so weak, economically 2024, I was able to help Bibi destroy Hezbollah, essentially, almost. Hezbollah is not just refusing to disarm from the Lebanese army, but Nasrallah is fucking dead. I mean, I have something called ability. It's September 7, 2025, President Trump. They're putting President Trump in anyway. I have something called quantum target because I know exactly when somebody's going to die and the exact place they're going to die. So I can give you the GPS. I mean, you're gonna find out when I help you kill Osama bin Laden, President Obama, what I can do. Because Andrew is a time machine living in a world where the timeline is changing. The whole point of Alexis being stolen by the devil, that it's actually possible to do, is because Alexis used to be my wife, but somebody found out and then the internet up there. And if you understand what it means, if I can function as a quantum computer, because the timeline is changeable, then you can change the timeline as many times as you want without anybody noticing. It functions exactly like a quantum computer if you actually ask somebody how a quantum computer works. So I can keep searching for a target until I find it, including Osama bin Laden. Like if I want somebody dead, I would just keep searching the multiverse for that person until I find out how to kill that person. And I mean, Andrew can kill anybody I want, basically. If somebody's willing to drop a bomb on that person for me. Yeah, I can give you the GPS coordinates and the time and place of that person dying. And for the leader of Hamas, it gets even one. First of all, we killed the first leader of Hamas, and then the replacement of Hamas, I killed with a tank shell, 2 tank shells. Exact location, exact time. And that person doesn't even have any chance to. I mean, Andrew is the prophet because that's why the Prophet Muhammad was so revered by God. When you have a prophet with my abilities, you can actually win every single war you want. The Prophet Muhammad is the same thing as Prophet Andrew. Quantum targeting. And Iran gets absolutely frightened. Iran gets absolutely frightened when they find out what I can do. Talking with the hands is not a science. Anyway.
We thought that illustrated the problem.
So this documentary will finish before your security team announcement.
That Iran is able to restart it so quickly and to increase its enrichment levels to such a degree. During the first Trump term.
Oh, they have 60% enrichment in 2025. Like basically they had very little enrichment. The moment they wanted to, they got to 60% right away. So they got to 60% in a matter of weeks, basically. It's like they had very, very low, and the IAEA went all the way to 60%. So because they wanted to get ready for, so they had enough 60% enrichment in 2025 to get to the nuclear bomb rate, which is really, really high, by the way. I don't even know how high you have to get for a nuclear bomb. Also, you all know a nuclear bomb is not really loadable onto a ballistic missile, you know. The mechanism is a gun mechanism where you shoot. It's September 7, 2025. The Prophet Andrew ordered. God damn it! They cut off the video. I was gonna order them to end there. You know, there's not a lot of no nuclear weapons. That is an order from the Prophet Andrew. There we go. I tried to order the Iranians not to use nuclear weapons. Like anybody from any listens to me. I don't know if you know this, but nobody listens to me. I order Alexis to love me. She doesn't love me. And like, most women don't, you know, when they order you love them. Anyway, she's in 2024 and 2025, Alexis is gonna have an interesting time figuring out just what happened when I filmed this on the internet. Anyway, yeah, she's gonna. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to tell you. Something really important. Quantum party, anyway. I mean, President Trump, you're totally fine. Hillary Clinton, president, and Barack Obama. Because I can get the GPS coordinates of when somebody drops a bomb on somebody, that day and time, and then in order for them to escape that bomb dropping, they have to change the timeline, which is actually possible to do. But the consequences of changing the timeline is absolutely interesting. Think about it with your heart. When that person dies, it creates a certain future, and I'm in that future. And if you actually alter the timeline by preventing that person from dying, I mean, one of two things happen. Either I remember somebody being dead when I'm not actually dead, or I don't exist. The man, the Andrew that killed that man, doesn't exist anymore because that person is never killed. And when I don't exist in the future, things get interesting. This conversation would never take place because I'm telling you that Sinwar is dead, Muhammad Sinwar is dead, both Sinwars are dead, killed by Israel with quantum targeting. Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, is dead. A lot of the Iranian generals are dead. And part of the reason Syria actually falls and then is when Assad goes to Russia, it's outside Russia, is because the Iranians get so frightened from quantum targeting, they pull all of their Iranian commanders out of Syria. And basically Bashar al-Assad doesn't have any. Yes, it did. September 7, 2025 for Andrew. Yes, sir. President Trump kills the leader of the Iranian National Guard in Iran, I believe. Oh, no, I don't remember where you go. I'll tell them. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we killed them. Because there's a nuclear science, somebody killed the remote control machine gun, which is pretty cool. Israel did that one, but I don't know. Anyway, if you think it's Iran is not responding yet. Like even after the 12-day war, Iran has not responded against the U.S. or Israeli. I'm sorry, you're dead. No, that's Nasrallah talking. He's dead.
China sees this as a alliance or network of like-minded groups.
Nasrallah is dead. Anyway. Dead as a door now. Nasrallah is dead. 2024 is going to be an interesting year for Israel. Would have been better if I was dating Alexis Ren. Seriously, I mean, we had a chance for peace without war. You know, I mean, now I'm having trouble getting everybody to obey me. Because I can't even get my wife to obey me. What the fuck, right? You can't even get your wife to obey you and dump the hey.
Israel was making alliances of its own.
Oh my god, this is the Abraham Accords Day, right? It's September 7, 2025. Watching the documentary.
Two Arab countries, the UAE and Bahrain, announced they would normalize relations with Israel in what was known as the Abraham Accords.
Bahrain and UAE, United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia is about to join before when September 7, when October 7, October 7, 2023 happened. Saudi Arabia, and I think Saudi Arabia is just about to join the Abraham Accords, and I needed. It would have been under President Biden with the Abraham Accords and Saudi Arabia, normalized relations with Israel. Oh man, I even got Iran and Saudi Arabia to normalize relations, by the way, with the Chinese help. Asked the Chinese to help, and Iran and Saudi Arabia was gonna go make a.
That they might need this alliance.
Oh my god, anyway, September 17th
is the first peace treaty between Israel and any Arab country in almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Doing all this without any real movement on the Palestinians. But Netanyahu, this
yeah, Bahrain and United Arab Emirates. And I think a part of it is Bahrain has a little bit Bahrain owes me because during the Arab Spring, remember Arab Spring? Bahrain had an uprising and then Israel warned them about it, and then Bahrain doesn't get overthrown because of that themselves. So Bahrain has owes Andrew, so call in favor. Andrew, call in favor.
bypass
Mr. Prime
the
Minister,
issue,
do you agree to what the President just said about
Well, I'm almost working, that is Netanyahu like a magician.
And a quick follow-up on my first question.
That's the problem.
From your vision to the Anarchy conference.
That's why Alexis Ren boyfriend is the devil, because the devil prevented me from getting this the peaceful way. So I could have done this peacefully. September 7, 2025. For Andrew, Prophet Andrew. This is an Ayatollah, and sort of. I mean, I lost my. That's the problem. I need video of how I need to order him, give him orders. Oh yeah, by the way, I was gonna kill the guy, but President Trump stopped me. Yeah, you ordered me not to kill the Ayatollah, so.
Takes his mantle and uses it to expand the axis of resistance against the
Well, he owes you a favor now, President Trump. Yeah, Ayatollah Khamenei is alive because President Trump ordered me not to execute the guy, so he owes you a favor. He's only alive because he's President Trump.
The nuclear deal continues to rack up.
People, Jewish people, so many friends, a daughter.
And would soon confront a new presidential administration, one more inclined to re-engage with Iran.
Yeah, there's President Biden in the White House with all his security taken. He's like,
re-engage in negotiations.
Hey, there's President Biden talking.
3, 4, or 8 years. I think a lot of good things are happening.
You have a picture. You're looking like, what the hell am I gonna do? And President Biden's like.
He would eventually ease some of Trump's so-called maximum pressure sanctions.
Well, I'm so sorry, President Trump, that you won't win next. But he wins the election in 2024, so not bad.
President Biden was trying to demonstrate his willingness to return.
Now I know why y'all look so weird it's at the what do you call it, the Afghanistan. I was gonna. Oh, dude, you have another. This dude, you got.
The U.S. and Iran had an impasse. Israel was consumed by crises at home.
What does he mean? A state that doesn't recognize.
Netanyahu was embroiled in a corruption scandal that would reshape his government.
Yeah.
Personal affairs lead eventually to.
So the documentary about Obama's war is aired in 2008, October 2009. Right? It makes no sense to you to watch the documentary. You gotta watch on PBS yourself. So I'm gonna try to find something during your campaign to watch the Obama's war, so you get some heads up. And the doc, it only makes sense to watch down in the future. This is a documentary this year, 2025. So.
If you read what I said 8 years ago,
hey, that's the guy that I see on TV all the time. Hey, what's up? It's September 7, 2025.
And because President Netanyahu was so dependent on his political survival, it raised the question of whether these two extremist figures would really be the ones pulling the strings.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. President Netanyahu supposedly bribed some media executives, and why does he have to do that? Because Andrew's watches movies, and if I don't wake up, if I don't know that So sorry about that, but you have a little political stance, possibly my fault. Possibly my fault, because I just told you that you bribed some media executives about something. And it's a political stance. So, I mean, you feel free to submit this video as evidence of your innocence, right? Because I'm going to try to post this on the internet without flagging for copyright violation. You can post this as proof of your innocence. Because I just told you have to do something that's not good, I'm going to have to find another video. Rest of the documentary soon. I mean, there's still like an hour or something. I need an hour. I need an hour for the next one. Next documentary. Hi, Ivanka, I need an hour. Tell the president I need an hour of his time. There's Ron Dude, you guys gotta protect my girlfriend better next time. Well, future girlfriend, because now I'm not. And then a new wife. I need a new wife. Steve Bannon's okay. The dress is a little weird in the future. But he's just very weird. I'm gonna close it. Do 25 minutes. Well, you look absolutely gorgeous. I need more than I need an hour. This is only 25 minutes. Anyway. It's only 25 minutes. I said 25. We're always randomly talking, right?
That summer, Hamas dispatched officials to Iran and Lebanon.
This is,
Hamas is pitching an idea to Tehran and Beirut. And the idea is we can destroy Israel. We will invade.
I need a brief. I need a brief.
We shoot in the north.
Hey, hold on one second. I need to tell. Bibi, I basically need to tell. On October 7, 2023, Israel is going to get really, really attacked. 2,000 women raped, 1,200 Israelis killed, and Secretary Clinton is going to almost cry when at her confirmation hearing when I show her the documentary of what happened that day. And because they, you know what they do? First lady, forgive me for telling you what they did. They're raping a woman and they cut off her breast while she's alive and they play with it while she's still alive. I'm hoping she passed out from the pain. And they after they're done raping her, they shot her in the head. Hamas is at least one woman happened, and that's not cool. And I need to brief you about. Bibi. I need to tell both you and President Trump this. I might burn through a lot of your meetings, you know. So longer press conferences, right? That's when it's September 7, 2025. I need to finish this documentary, so hold on. But you heard me when I said it. They're awful people.
Yeah. The Iranians did not know the timing. They may have known the overall intent, but not the timing. And that was mostly for operational security on Hamas's part.
Really? You said they're saying the Israelis, the Iranians didn't know that it was October 7, 2023. October 7, 2023. 10/7/2023. Iran denied all the involvement of this, but it is Israel's 9/11 by population. It is the worst day of Israel's history.
The deepening of American-Saudi relationship.
On Hamas, and it's absolutely the worst day. And I saw some of the beautiful women that lost their lives at the Nova Music Festival.
He said, we are going to have peace with Saudi Arabia, and the Palestinians should not have a veto on that.
Yeah.
I've long sought to make peace with the Palestinians.
This is the United Nations speech, Bibi. It's September 7, 2025 for Andrew.
A veto over new peace treaties with Arab states.
That's the thing. Saudi Arabia is right about to normalize relations with Israel, and the attack happens.
Sorry, excuse my French.
Now, for years, my approach to peace was rejected by the so-called experts. Well, they were wrong.
Peace through straight.
Peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia will truly create a new Middle East.
And the Hamas attack interrupted it. Like Saudi Arabia was about to normalize relations with Israel.
They explain to us, they see this and they understand that in a moment, the Palestinian issue will be completely taken off the world agenda.
Pretty much, yeah. Because when Saudi Arabia was going to normalize relations with, there was going to be peace between Muslims and Jews, and so they interrupted it.
They were original war.
Yeah. No, we can no longer stop it. So, October 7, 2023, the worst day of Israel's life. You know what they did? They used gliders. They strapped fans on the back and then they used a parachute and they flew over.
We failed. The IDF was built in order to prevent such incidents. Such scenes were saw raping and killing Jews for the sake of being Jews.
Secretary Clinton's gonna be a little.
We can contain this.
He's gonna be crying a
We
little
can
bit.
live our lives and then we live their lives and that's it. And we allow this threat to grow and grow to the extent they launched the attack on October 7th.
The architect of the attacks was Yahya Sinwar.
Yahya Sinwar, that's the name. He is dead. Tank shells.
It became clearer over time.
I will tell you how to kill him.
It's not to say that
The god of revenge, you know.
not discuss such prospects with
Yeah, Bibi called me the god of vengeance.
It appears, from everything.
You know, Andrew is totally in the mood for revenge. No girlfriend. So. When I don't have a girlfriend, I'm a killing machine. So.
Would transform Israel's security strategy and the region.
It was understood in Israel that we have to change the whole sentiment and the way
The other people getting kidnapped. I'm sorry the first lady had to hear all this. But,
we will not allow our enemies to build capabilities that might endanger the existence of Israel. And it was very important lesson from the 7th.
this is footage that I've never seen before.
But we will take it on about the future of the Middle East. The mistake that we did before the 7th of October.
The Middle East is completely different. Iran is still in shock. No response. The Strait of Hormuz has not been shut down. No response over the 12-day war. And it's really, really horrible. Like all the women they don't have any pants on. And then all the
Israel is at war. We didn't want this war. It was forced upon us in the most brutal and savage way. But though Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it.
This is after October 7, 2023.
Is to destroy Hamas.
I mean, this city is still standing right now. This city I'm marching on is after a little while. Yeah.
Within
There goes that building.
Israel began bombing Gaza.
There goes that
Hamas
building.
called for the rest of Iran's axis to join the fight.
You know, they double tap. They tap the roof with the inert weapon, and then So you do.
Netanyahu feared an all-out attack was imminent.
So Prime Minister and I spoke that day.
Where's
concern about how Iran and its
Wait, where's President? One second, I'm gonna skip over to the floor.
hit Israel hard at a moment when Israel,
One second.
frankly, was
That's Ron Dermer, right? So I mean, Ron
Ron
Dermer is good enough, but the president needs to hear this. So there you go. Sorry. Sorry, I missed the parts of the documentary. I missed part of the documentary. It's about what happens after the October 7, 2023 attack. So.
The Lebanese militant group Hezbollah has gotten involved in the fighting.
Yeah.
On October 8th, Hezbollah began to fire rockets into northern Israel.
Yeah. Supposedly it's 7-front war. I mean, 7 fronts. Well, Iran's out of ballistic missiles now, so the war starts during President Biden's administration. So.
And it's always good to see guns and rockets and all but it's also wonderful to see the blossoming friendship between our two beautiful wives, Sarah and Melania.
Well, by the way, Bibi, could I ask for a personal favor, Bibi? Be nice to the new leader of Syria. Syria is really delicate, so you can't bomb. You bomb them sometimes, you know. If you bomb Syria too much, it will Syria will collapse, you know. So the new leader of Syria is really, really trying. So in 2025, I'm asking you to do something in 9 years in your future, basically, Bibi. So remember, Bibi. Because you know that
exactly what was
Because
happening.
I found out that Alexis is supposed to be my one true life in her birthday in 2024, and a few days after that, just a few days after, Syria falls. Literally, 11 days in Syria falls. Because I found out Alexis was supposed to be my wife. The moment I find out who my true wife is, Syria falls. And this is the reason why, because this is why Russia, Iran, every single bad guy in the world try to separate Alexis from Andrew. Because when Alexis is with Andrew, Andrew is omnipotent with Alexis. Literally fucking omnipotent. I am omnipotent. So, I need a new wife. I need a new wife, because Alexis has chosen Satan. She's happy because from her perspective, it's just some guy. It's just some guy that she's known all her life, probably. The Russians most likely inserted that spy early in her life, and she had no preparation apparently from the U.S. community, intelligence community, that man is a spy, and designed specifically to destroy Israel and destroy America, basically. Like, Alexis' boyfriend is not only the devil, the specific mission. September 7th, 2025. Anyway, September 7th, 2025, you remember this, right? Anyway. Anyway, this is how this timeline happens. So we have a small issue. I don't know what the consequences of the war, but it's most likely already done. And the whole point is just to make Andrew not omnipotent. Remove my wife from my life, and I am not omnipotent anymore. If Andrew had Alexis in my life, I would be omnipotent, and I would be able to give Israel everything he wanted. Like Israel.
Potentially something very promising. It won't be simple, but for the first time in many years, and Mr. President, for the first time in my lifetime,
11 from Hezbollah
I
and
see a
3
real
Iranians are going to meet together in a place
The
that we
Arab
know where
leaders
it is.
you met
These
yesterday
include
could
all
help
the
change the
chain of
atmosphere,
command of
and they could
Hezbollah,
help create the
Yeah.
conditions
meaning
for
Nasrallah.
realistic peace.
Now, I came to the Prime
These
Minister
are all
and I said,
signs
when you fight two enemies, you need to hit the stronger one first. Otherwise, you will be exhausted by the time you are finished with the weekend.
That is so weird.
reported to have said.
Your defense minister has the same different policy. Andrew eliminated all of Iran's proxies first, then we fit Iran. No, literally, I literally did the exact opposite of what the defense minister was recommending to Bibi. Andrew eliminated Hamas on Gaza. Still, Hamas, not Hamas. No, I didn't eliminate Hamas. No, I eliminated Hamas leaders, but I eliminated Hamas leaders, and I eliminated Hezbollah's leaders. Hamas is still fighting. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Hamas is still fighting, but they're trying to find replacement leaders and keep killing them anyway. And then President Trump helps eliminate the Houthis. We got rid of all of Iran's proxies first, then we hit Iran. The exact opposite, and it worked. Sort of. Hamas is still fighting, but Iran is completely capitulated, basically. It has not responded at all. It's still in shock. Iran is still in shock. And I'm so close to overthrowing. I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. Anyway, I think we should make a documentary of this and then blame all of Alexis Ren's friends, Alexis Ren and Klapa's friends, for not helping us overthrow the Iranian government. Because we had Secretary Condoleezza Rice says I should not give up just because I did not overthrow the Iranian government right now. It's been about 3 months, 2 and a half months, 2 or 3 months after the 12-day war. The Iranians are rounding up all their dissidents and killing them, all the spies or something. They're killing them. So, Bibi, you have to warn your spies in Iran to run after to escape. If you have any spies, make sure they run and because the Iranians are rounding them up, and it is not clear how
the clashes didn't escalate further.
Which kept the engagement between Hamas and Hezbollah in a very low fire.
We are more than friends.
Nasrallah and Hezbollah wanted to support Hamas symbolically as well as put pressure on Israel
You gotta listen to this one. This one's
to
important.
prevent
Never mind.
IDF to fully focus on Gaza.
Of the situation.
Nasrallah
Go with
also
peace.
have to think about
Go
what
with
does
peace.
it mean for this community. If Israel,
I mean, I don't want to mean to the guy. I said he's going to hell. I mean,
a lot of missiles were invaded Lebanon.
he's dead. So,
Nasrallah believed
well,
that actually
I'm gonna send him. I don't know how long I'm gonna send him to hell. By the way, I sentenced all of Alexis, two of Alexis and Ali Michelle's friends to hell for 10 trillion years. I don't know if 10 trillion they deserve 10 trillion. Maybe a million. I guess not all a million. A million's good. A million years in hell is good. Not that bad. Not that bad.
Israel was focusing on
Anyway. Yeah. So I think 1 million years from now as well is okay in hell. I mean, I think we all know Andrew's at least an archangel. I mean, I have authority to maybe not the prophet, you know, like Jesus Christ. Maybe not like Jesus Christ, but I am at least an archangel. And I have the authority to send these people to hell. So, and then President Trump says he's trying to get to heaven. So someone says Andrew needs to go to heaven too. I mean, because I mean, think about it, right? God sending an archangel down to earth for some reason. I mean, if I don't do what God wants, Andrew's not going back to heaven as an archangel, you know. And you know, even the devil was an archangel. And Andrew's an archangel. Hopefully, an archangel angel, not the devil. You know. Alexis Ren's boyfriend is the devil. And I don't think Alexis Ren's boyfriend actually has any superpowers. Not telepathic and not telekinetic.
civilian casualties and international criticism of Israel campaign.
60,000 civilian casualties in Gaza, at least over half of them children and women and it's a lot of dead. I mean, a lot of dead children. I'm so sorry about Gaza. Yeah.
Needless bloodshed and killing.
Yeah, and they will.
And all over the world.
President Trump does a great job trying to do this.
Together. I believe that a new level of partnership is possible and will happen.
You have about 10 minutes.
Greater safety.
September 7, 2025 still.
Peace and
Greater
security
security to the United
requires
States.
total victory over Hamas.
That's you talking about it.
To the world.
It means, from Andrew's point of view, it means Israel without anybody threatening Israel at all, including even the Houthis. And by the way, we killed the Prime Minister of Yemen. Yes, I helped Bibi kill the Prime Minister of Yemen, the new Prime Minister of Yemen. Because in your time, I think Yemen hasn't had a rebellion yet. So.
We knew that Ben Gvir and Smotrich, the two most ultimately did not want the war to end, or at least.
Yeah, I don't know when Yemen. When did the Houthis? When did the Houthis take over Yemen? What date? Oh, never mind. They already. Never mind. They already taken it for years. 2015, so it's in Barack Obama. Okay. I mean, it doesn't. No. So Yemen's already been taken over. And the rebel, we just killed the prime minister and the entire cabinet most of the cabinet anyway. Just recently, I helped Bibi strike them, so they found out when. So quantum targeting. Yeah. President Obama about Yemen. Yemen right now is really, really nice. It gets there's a rebellion and the Yemeni government gets overthrown. Because Bibi's wife's laughing about it's President Obama's fault. That Yemen fall. You're laughing. Bibi's laughing was like. Yeah, I know it's Obama's fault that Yemen fell to. I need to find another video.
Besides how the war was being fought.
Anyway, let me go. 1 second. Let me get something to drink. Sorry that I had to let you know about it. You know, President Trump, I would love to marry a woman as beautiful as Melania or something. She ages really, really, really well. Really, really well. I mean, I've never she's really beautiful in the future, even when she's really old. You know, it's still 25, but she's still really beautiful. So I would love to marry a woman that ages that well. That way, you don't have to get another one. You have to get a starter wife in the end, you know, right? Marry well, and then marry a really beautiful woman, and then you don't have to replace the wife anymore, right?
appeared that
married a
a
really, really beautiful
regional
woman.
war had been averted.
Anyway, sorry, 1 second.
In April, Israel.
Hold on, in April, I don't need to tell you. Yeah, I needed a replacement. Oh yeah, that's perfect. By the way, President Obama is still the same day, but you have any terrorists you want dead? Just let me know. Besides Osama bin Laden, I mean, any minor terrorists you want dead, and yeah, and there's somebody tried to bomb a plane with the underwear or something. So I need to warn you about that. Not forget, did not happen, right? During your presidency, I'm pretty sure no major terrorist attacks in the American soil. So pretty sure. As far as I remember. No plane crashes in your no. By the way, Alexis' satanic boyfriend causes a plane crash in D.C. right after President Trump's second term. First plane crash since your term. Like, there's one plane crash and somebody stalled an airplane because somebody was an idiot, did not know. The last plane crash was that stall, and then no plane crashes in America for all the way up to 2025. Then Alexis' boyfriend kills like 67 people. 3 people on a military helicopter and 64 people. Only plane crash. So it's absolutely safe to fly in America. No plane crashes in America until 2025. You can fly as much as you want. No commercial airplane, no terrorism in an airplane, no, and for a long time. All the way up, and it's not even. It wasn't as long as terrorism. It was causality. The U.S. government had to order the helicopter to crash into the plane on purpose, and because of the boyfriend. And it wasn't even a terrorism attack. It was causality because we know the helicopter was going to crash in the plane, and we had to order it to happen anyway because it's so important to the timeline. Because of Alexis' boyfriend, it was a plane crash caused by causality. So, and it looks like the helicopter pilots just mistaken the wrong plane from the air traffic control. Because the air traffic control warned the helicopters, "Do you see the plane coming in?" And the helicopter says, "Yes, we see the plane coming in." And there was another plane on the ground, and it looks like they might have been looking at the wrong plane. So they didn't see the plane right in front of them. They just crashed into the plane right in front of them by accident. It actually was an accident, but we still ordered it. Because if you know a helicopter is going to crash into a plane, and you don't order the helicopter on the ground, it is an order to crash into the plane, even if it's an accident. It's an order to crash the plane onto the plane on purpose, even if it's an accident. It appears to be an accident because they were looking at the wrong plane. So, but you know the plane's going to crash, and you know the helicopter's going to crash into the plane, but helicopter into plane, military helicopter into plane. No, well, I mean, none of your loved ones are on the plane, but of course none of them. But it's really bad because there were a bunch of little girls on the plane. That is probably one of the things. I mean, there's a reason why I may never love Alexis. I don't think I'll be able to forgive her for that. I mean, because if she knew anyway, if Alexis knew that all she had to do was break up with the boyfriend and that plane wouldn't crash. And God knows, I mean, even besides that, the virus, right? Because she erased me, and then And I am not sure this timeline even needs to exist. Because this timeline has a pandemic, and the pandemic kills 1.2 million Americans in the world. I don't know if I'll ever forgive Alexis if she ever knew. I guess she could say it's denial, but anyway. Yeah, about that. I have because I have a documentary that I need to show you at one year campaigning, I think, and there are other documentaries that I need to show Secretary Clinton with Secretary Bob Gates about the future, about how. I'm so sorry, by the way. I'm gonna finish the rest of this Israel documentary, but it doesn't seem like we have a path to win the war in Afghanistan at all. I mean, because I live in a timeline where we just lost the Afghanistan war, and I know, right? I mean, the best we can do, President Obama, is minimize American lives lost from the war. Yeah. Oh, you're already almost over it. You only have about 2 minutes, so then I'll find another video to let you watch about the rest of this Israel's future. So. Yeah. Yeah. Iraq, yeah. I will help you as best as I can, President Obama, to make sure there are no terrorist attacks in American soil and minimize American losses in Afghanistan and Iraq. So one thing I would like you to promise me, do not keep your eyes off the ball with Russia and China. Because, because the whole world thinks Islamic terrorism is America's largest enemy. Even Mitt Romney, because you're gonna make fun of Mitt Romney because Mitt Romney says Russia's our enemy, and then you make fun of him, and then you win the election because of it, probably. But anyway, funny. You're gonna win re-election, President Obama. Yeah. Hold on, let me find another one. Oh, only 1 minute. Oh, this is not a bad idea. I mean, hi, President Obama. It is September 7, 2025, 4:10 p.m. And I couldn't really find anything with you or Secretary Clinton. What date is this for you guys? It's April. Perfect. Yeah. So this is good because Jordan actually helps Israel defend itself. So. Yeah. May 22nd, 17th.
Amazon is the easiest way for me to launch an online shop. They take care of all the logistical things.
Oh, 22 minutes. It's still September 7, 2025, 4:11 p.m. Well, sure the what? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the United States needs to develop, fund Israel's missile defense system. Yeah, anyway, Mr. President, I found the King of Jordan with President Obama, so they're gonna know about it. Jordanian intelligence helps the United States prevent terrorist attacks a lot. Jordanian intelligence is going to help you intercept some of the missiles, by the way. Well, when Iran attacks you in drones, the Jordanian, actually all the Saudi Arabia is actually going to quietly help. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this to you, but Saudi Arabia's Air Force is going to try to intercept some of the missiles for you during some of the. It's going to be an interesting time in 2024. You're like, wait, are you telling me Arab nations actually help Israel defend against Iran? Are you serious? Like, seriously, they quietly did it, so. Yeah. Israel. The name. What is that group? Really? I don't know what you're all talking about. I need to find another video, so. 1 second. Address at the Israel Museum.
Follow and engage with C-SPAN on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at C-SPAN.
Okay. President Trump, you're going to have to brief... Well, there are people in this room that can... Anyway, back to the rest of the documentary. Ivanka, hi. That was really pretty video. Alright, here we go. Back to the documentary.
Made a provocative move against Iran.
Hold on.
Iran is accusing Israel.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome First Lady Melania.
Operation Rising Lion.
Crap.
Targeted military.
Oh no, hold on. Let me switch. Well, hold on. I accidentally lost it. How long has it been? Okay, crap. That part I saw. I saw that part. I saw that part. I saw that part. Okay, an escalation. There we go. Sorry.
would escalate. Additional proxies.
Sorry, I lost the place of the documentary because I actually pressed the wrong button. So I have to find it again. Sorry.
6 months into the Gaza offensive,
There you go.
it appeared that a full-scale regional war had been averted.
Okay.
Then, in April,
There we go.
Israel made a provocative move against Iran.
April.
Iran is accusing Israel of attacking its embassy complex in Syria,
eliminating one of Tehran's most senior military commanders.
killed Agent will be described as an Iranian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu.
It was an attack on Iranian territory.
Sorry. Maybe, hold on 1 second. Let me start over.
Iranians took it as we hit their own sovereignty because they claimed it was in their embassy. Might see an opportunity.
Well, usually I don't rewind a documentary, but this part is
6 months into the Gaza offensive, it appeared that a full-scale regional war had been averted.
Anyway.
In April, Israel made a provocative move against Iran.
Yeah. Still September 7, 2025, 4:16 p.m., 4:17 p.m. September 7, 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, this museum tells
By the way, do you guys follow astrology?
Mr. President,
Venus and Mercury are conjugated with the Sun right now. Saturn and Neptune are conjugated together, according to my mother.
our past, our present,
Our past, present, future.
and we work together to fashion the future. Here you can see Hebrew texts of the Bible that are 2,000 years old. You can see the seals and coins that bear witness to nearly 4,000 years of our presence in this land. You can see the menorahs we lit, the synagogues we prayed in during our long exile. But the story of Israel is not simply the story of the past. It's the story of a nation
September 7, 2025, for Andrew, Prophet Andrew.
brought back to life, of an ancient language revived, of an exiled people who returned, of Jewish sovereignty restored. We have a saying, Mr. President,
Jake
the people of
Sullivan.
Israel lives,
there would be an Iranian
the state of
reaction,
Israel
and
lives
that
on,
would set off the chain of
and
events
alive
that
as
could
ever,
cause
a thriving
an
democracy,
explosion in
powerful armor,
Really?
and innovative.
In the September 7, 2025, Iran is completely peaceful.
people who weren't living this day to day to appreciate
Mr. President, over the years,
we were picking up
Israel has
paper
had
every
many
morning.
friends.
There were headlines, all
But
out
The
Israel
Strait of
is
Hormuz has not been shut down. Oil is flowing naturally in 2025.
friend of the United States
We
of
were living
America.
through a period of possibility that the United States of America could be dragged into another major war in the Middle East.
That's Jake Sullivan, the national security, Biden national security advisor saying that.
Within
Possibility.
intelligence reports showed the Iranians were preparing a major response.
Strong
Biden
bipartisan
and Netanyahu got on the phone.
and the supports of American President from Harry Truman to Donald Trump.
Against this. And the president said, I think you misjudged the consequences of
Thank
your
you,
strike.
President Trump,
Didn't think
for
Iran
his
was
steadfast
gonna
friendship
gear up
to the
for a
Jewish
big
people
attack
and the
as
Jewish
are.
state.
They are.
Nonetheless,
It is
I, Joe
deeply,
Biden, am
deeply
going to tell my
appreciated.
military to make sure that we help
But
Mr. President, I believe that the alliance
the
between
big attack is after the 12-day
is more
war.
important than ever. Together we must defeat
Because,
those who glorify death
Tonight we are in
and protect
uncharted,
those who celebrate life.
territory.
Together
That's
we can
April
defeat the
13,
forces of militant Islam
2024.
who seek to destroy the civilized world. And together we can
In
and we
April
must
2024,
defeat
Iran
the
finally
April
forces
13,
of terror.
2024, Iran launches its first ballistic
The
missile attack
deliberate
against
slaughter of
Israel.
innocents.
And the United States
There's no
helped.
justification to say since the Iranian diplomatic territory in Damascus was attacked,
in America,
Iran could not
or
attack
in Israel,
Israeli
for that
territory.
matter, anywhere else. And as you said this morning, Mr. President, funding and rewarding terrorism must end.
Cruise missiles and
President
drones are interceptable, and Jordanian Air Force actually helps.
Because if the attacker had been Palestinian, and the victims had been Israeli children, the suicide bomber's family would have received a stipend from the Palestinian Authority. That's Palestinian law. That law must be changed.
to the territory of Israel.
Really?
So this was a watershed moment.
Oh, they're going to do it.
Almost all of the drones and missiles were destroyed before they reached their targets by a military coalition including Israel, the United States, and several Arab countries.
Several, including Jordan and Saudi Arabia, by the way.
Stop
The
glorifying.
regime
United Arab Emirates, possibly, I
This is
think.
the first and a crucial step.
Anybody with the Air Force in the region.
Peace that Israel seeks, and that I believe that together with you we can achieve. President Trump, working with you, I believe we can advance a durable peace between Israel and its Arab neighbors, as well as the Palestinians, because of the common danger that the Arab world and Israel face from Iran.
That's
And
an
because of
The
the
Iranians have said they didn't
that you
intend
bring to
to
this
inflict
process.
damage in that April attack,
Ultimately,
and that it was really just
It was it's 300, right?
freedom will
What's your
defeat
response to
fear.
that?
The thing is, they did not know how strong air defense was in Israel.
A nation that has defeated the forces of tyranny, that is the beacon and hope of all humanity. And that is the story of Israel. A nation that has overcome unimaginable horrors and impossible odds, and is the hope of the Jewish people.
Once again,
Jordanian intelligence is very, very good because
The story
you've already talked to Queen Rania a lot. She's pretty.
in a concentrated 36-hour period.
I already talked to Queen Rania already, I think.
The
My
Israelis
perspective.
decided to retaliate.
The core
It
and the
was very
stories of our
careful
game.
not to strike
In the
the
Kotel, the
Iranian
Western Wall yesterday,
nuclear program.
now in Yad Vashem, and now in our wonderful museum. You, first wife, first lady,
They say Iran
your family,
feels we can destroy it, but
Military bases
you've
that were
shown
nuclear
a great
oriented.
commitment to Israel's
that's what
future
Iran
and
said
security.
in
I want to thank you, Mr. President,
on the wall.
for standing up for Israel at the United Nations and everywhere else.
in Gaza, the war ground on.
This is the
7
future.
months after October 7th, Hamas continued to hold
Hey,
hostages.
look at all these
And
beautiful
I thank
women.
you for your unrelenting support and the friendship that comes from the heart to
And
the
the
Jewish
Israeli
people
military had
and the
killed more
Jewish
than
state.
30,000
Thank you,
Palestinians.
President Trump.
60.
God bless you.
60,000.
God bless Israel. And God bless the United States of America.
60,000. 60,000. Is it kill more than 60,000? September 7, 2025. I mean, September 7, 2025.
Thank you.
I'm still watching the documentary. Some of the stuff I'm going to end up watching twice. Right?
About Israel's campaign were intensifying.
Israel's facing backlash for deadly airstrike that killed dozens of people in a designated
You know, Bibi was really interesting. I heard from Queen Rania of Jordan that Israel has struck the last hospital in Gaza at least 3 times. I guess if you destroy the last hospital in Gaza, they would build a new hospital. So it's not the timeline change, but it makes me feel weird. Because you destroyed the last hospital in Gaza 3 times, at least 3 times. It's like,
including by
And I also want to thank Sarah for hosting us
and making
you have to bring
last night in
Bibi,
really a
President
very
Trump.
unforgettable dinner.
Yeah,
A
I
great
got
time. We talked about a lot of very, very important things. And thank you to Ambassador David Friedman and Mrs. Friedman for joining us, along with a number of very good friends who have come from our country
Party
to
back.
yours as we reaffirm the unshakable bond between
Israel defended its actions,
the United
accusing
States of
Hamas
America
of using civilians
and
as
Israel.
human shields, which it has denied. Innocent people died in Gaza. Nobody said it otherwise. This is war.
The Hollywood made a. I think I should. After all, I should probably watch that documentary. There's this little girl.
Of the entire
There are a lot of dead little girls in
victims of the
Gaza.
in mass.
And Queen Rania of Jordan is Palestinian. Her heart's kind of broken, by the way.
You've seen.
I mean, I promised her I would try to bring dignity to the Palestinian people. I was just blaming on Alexis, Renee, Blabos, and all
Condolences to the many
If
families
their
of
boyfriend didn't
those
exist, none of the shit would have happened.
horrific,
You are to
horrific
revoke the
injuries.
license of exporting arms to Israel. There has to be an arms
Dozens of
I'm just
innocent
like
people,
tell at least two presidents how important it is to protect one woman. Make sure that one woman doesn't take the wrong.
heinous attack.
Well, I mean, the good news is President Trump and President
We
Obama.
must drive out the terrorists.
We have isolated the
and
devil, right?
extremists from our midst.
We know who the devil is.
Obliterate this
One
evil
boyfriend.
ideology and
So
protect and defend
just throw the boyfriend into
our
the volcano,
citizens
and
people
everything
of
in the world will be fine. So we just have to kidnap the boyfriend and throw the boyfriend into a volcano, like the Bible said, fire and sulfur, right? Kidnap the boyfriend, kill Alexis' boyfriend, throw him into a volcano, and we all be good. Anyway.
This trip is focused on that goal, bringing nations together around the goal of defeating the terrorism that threatens the world
Protests against
and
American
crushing
support for
the
Israel
hateful
were spreading across
ideology
the world.
that drives
Even
it
here,
so hard and seems to be driving it so far.
60,000.
It is a privilege to stand here in this National Museum,
It's actually
the
60,000.
ancient city of Jerusalem,
And half of them are
to
children.
address the Israeli people and all people in the Middle East who yearn for security,
Whether the United States
prosperity,
used
and
all of
peace.
this
September 17, 2025.
Jerusalem
power in this
is a
relationship
sacred city.
basically
Its
avert
beauty,
catastrophe.
splendor,
Civilian deaths,
and
humanitarian
heritage
disaster
are
in
like
Gaza.
no other place.
What do you say to those who
on
say
earth.
that the
Yeah, what do you say to people who just, kidnap the Alexis' boyfriend and throw the boyfriend into a volcano? And none of this happened. I mean, literally, Saudi Arabia was going to normalize
The
relations
ties of
with
the
Israel.
Jewish people to this holy land
Yeah.
are ancient
Is
and
that he should
eternal.
have stopped the flow of weapons to Israel. That was the main source of the
You can't do that. If you did that, Israel would be dead.
They date back
I
thousands
understand the
of
logic of
years,
that. I have my
including
doubts
the
that
reign of
even if
King
we had
David,
done that, it would have
whose
stopped
star
Israel from
now
taking
flies
actions they did.
proudly
But set that aside.
on Israel's
President Biden was
white
saying he was
and
not going
blue
to cut off weapons
flag.
to Israel because they weren't just
Yesterday,
fighting Hamas.
I visited the
Fighting
Western
Hezbollah,
Wall
the Houthis,
and
the
marveled
Syrian militias,
at the
Iraqi
monument to
militias,
God's
and they were
presence
taking attacks from
and
Iran.
man's
So
perseverance.
Damn.
I was
I didn't even
humbled
hear
to
about
place
the
my
Iranian
hand
militias.
upon the wall and to pray in that holy space for wisdom from God.
That was a Jake
I
Sullivan.
also visited and prayed at the church of the Holy Sepulchre, a site revered by Christians
The Biden
throughout the
administration was
world.
focused on diplomacy,
I laid a wreath
trying to get Israel
at
and
Yad
Hamas to agree
Vashem,
to a ceasefire in Gaza.
honoring, remembering, and
But Israel
mourning the
was
6
planning to
million
take the
Jews
conflict
who were
to
murdered.
another level.
Oh, yeah.
At a certain point in the
I
summer last
pledged
year, Defense Minister
right then and there
said to us,
what I
"I have
pledge
plenty of
again
bullets,
today.
but I've run out of targets."
The words,
We have
never
large targets to go
again.
after to achieve this breaking down of Hamas's
And
military
that's your defense minister, Bibi? Or
Behind the scenes, the IDF believed they had made enough
Israel
progress
is a
against Hamas
testament to
to
the
take on
unbreakable
Hezbollah.
spirit of the Jewish people.
But we felt enough
From all
confidence that
parts
we
of
can
this great
contain the
country,
situation in
one
Gaza
message
and to move
resounds,
enough forces
and that
together
is
in
the
region.
message of hope.
And we acted.
Down through the
Reacted very
ages,
sharply,
the Jewish
very
people have
precisely.
suffered
There you
persecution,
go.
oppression, and even those who have sought their destruction. But through all, they have endured, and in fact, they have thrived.
They were carried by members of the
I stand in
Hezbollah
awe
terrorist group.
of the accomplishments of the Jewish people. And I make this promise to you, my administration will always stand with Israel.
The wave of walkie-talkie blasts across Lebanon killed more than a dozen Israeli
didn't change a thing, King Abdullah.
For around a decade, Israeli intelligence had been putting in place a covert plan to attack Hezbollah with booby-trap tasers and walkie-talkies. After
And they knew about it, and it still happened, Bibi. I mean, their ability to prevent something from happening, even if they know about it, very, very minimal, right? Because you all know about it. I mean, President Obama knows about it. Everybody, the president knows about it. Still happened. Still happened.
Basically,
Thank
I think
you.
they sensed a
Sure.
window of opportunity.
Through your
and they
hardships,
seized it.
you have created
And the
one of the
president
most
was spot on that
abundant
as well.
lands anywhere
First,
in
it
the
was,
world.
wait, why did you?
A land
work
that
with
is
us on this
rich
whole
not only in
ceasefire thing? So
history,
we didn't
culture,
feel
and
that they
opportunity.
I know why they did it was either because Nasrallah is fucking dead and Yahya Sin was fucking dead.
This museum
All the leadership of
gathered
Hamas and
today
Hezbollah are
tells the
fucking
story
dead.
of its spirit. From the two
Andrew
holy
has
temples
never used his
to the
powers in
glorious
full
heights of the
until
sun.
2024.
We see an incredible
Because
story of faith
I knew how
and
frightening he
perseverance.
was.
That
How
faith
powerful
is
I
what
was.
inspired Jews
Andrew
to
knew.
believe
I
in their
just, I
destiny,
did not, I
to
hid my
overcome
power
their
from the
despair,
Lord.
and to build here, right here, a future that others
Oh man.
dared not even to dream. In
Israeli
Israel,
forces went down
not
to the
only are
Jews'
Jews free to till the soil, teach their children, and pray
Pages
to
and Act
God
is, of course, a story
in the ancient
based
land
movie, as 00
of
said
their
it.
fathers,
Captured the world
and they
in terms
love
of
this
Israel's
land,
military
and they
abilities.
love
But
God.
the real story is
But
how
Muslims,
Israel, through the
Christians,
Israeli
and people
military
of all
branch of
faiths
intelligence,
are
the
free to
same
live
branch that failed
and
in October
worship
7.
according to
The
their
Israeli Air
conscience,
Force, that also
and to
failed on
follow
October
their
7,
dreams right here.
managed to basically
Today,
destroy
gathered
most
with
of the
friends,
infantries of missiles and
I
rockets
call
held by
upon all
Hezbollah
people,
in their
Jews,
silos, in their
Christians,
bunkers,
Muslims, and every faith,
without those being launched
every tribe,
against Israel.
every creed, to draw inspiration from this ancient
Israel's
city,
Air Force could now
to set
take out
aside our
Hezbollah's commanders.
sectarian differences, to overcome
He
oppression
got
and
precise
hatred,
intelligence about the
and to
group's
give
leader,
all children
Hassan
for freedom
Nasrallah.
and hope
Wrong,
and dignity
Andrew.
written into our souls. Earlier this week, I spoke at a very historic summit in Saudi Arabia. I was hosted by King Salman, very wise man. There, I urged our friends in the Muslim world to join us in creating stability, safety,
Oh yeah.
and security. And I was deeply encouraged by the desire of many leaders to join us
Yeah.
in cooperation
It's
toward
one of the
these
first
shared
times with quantum targeting.
and vital goals. Conflict cannot continue forever. The only
September
question is
27,
when
2024.
nations will decide that they
September
have
27,
had
2024, Nasrallah is killed. Almost 20 days for the 1 year.
That historic summit represents a new opportunity for people throughout the Middle East to overcome sectarian and religious divisions, to extinguish the fires of extremism, and to find
They're not happy
common ground and
with
shared
Nasrallah,
responsibility in making the future of this region so much better than it is right now. Change must come
The
from
Biden
within.
administration message
It
to
can
you was,
only
don't
come
escalate,
from
let's
within.
not risk a
No
regional
mother
war.
or father wants
Doesn't
their
seem as though
children
the
to grow up
Israelis
in a
really
world
heeded that advice.
where terrorists roam free.
Israel felt
School
that
children
he
are
had to do
murdered
what
They're in the regional war.
and their loved ones are
They're
taken.
still fighting against Gaza.
No child is born with prejudice in their heart. No one should teach young boys and girls to hate and to kill. No civilized nation can tolerate the massacre of innocents with chemical
any of our neighbors.
I saw this, I think, in my past.
The next summit with the
After
same message
Nasrallah's
I have
death,
for you.
there was no major
We must
response from
build a
Hezbollah.
coalition of partners
Nope.
who
Well,
share
that'd
the
be a whole
aim
thing.
of stamping out extremism and violence and providing our children a peaceful
in the days that we
and
will
hopeful future. But a
assassinate
hopeful future for
and
children
send Nasrallah
in the Middle
to
East
hell.
requires the world
That
to
there
fully
will not be
recognize
one
the
missile
vital role
over Tel Aviv.
of the state
I will
of
ask
Israel.
you, what have you done? What have you smoked? It seems like
September 27, 2024, Hezbollah does not respond now.
The collapse of Hezbollah was possible, not just because Israel was very clever, but also because Israel was willing to carry out the kind of
So
operations
that
that other
together we
countries
can
might not
defeat
do.
terrorism and create safety
The kind of
for
impunity
all
with which
of
Israel
God's
operated
children.
in Gaza without getting any pushback from Europe
Oh,
or the
no.
United States carried it to Lebanon as well.
Israelis are
Shrapnel damage.
There are large numbers of civilians who were killed.
Israelis are murdered by terrorists wielding knives and
For
bombs.
instance, in the killing of Hassan Nasrallah, which happened with a very massive bomb
Launch
dropped on South
rockets into
Beirut.
Israeli communities.
2,000-pound bombs, 80 of them. 80 2,000-pound bombs.
To hear
80.
sirens.
Largely because
2,000-pound bombs, 80. You can do the math.
the civilian casualties and the collateral damage that it would involve.
ISIS targets Jewish neighborhoods,
They are not
synagogues,
aiming
and
at
stores.
civilians. They're not aiming.
Collateral damage was high.
Civilians are
routinely
dying.
called
James, you are right.
for Israel
This is the
We're killing us all. There was a bunch of women and children
I
died.
would
That was
prefer to
sometimes
fight an enemy
not with
who
Donald
prefers
J.
to fight me with his
Trump.
weapons. Not using his own civilians as human shields.
Well, technically, President Trump and Bibi committed a war crime. Because I ordered the strike on the Nasrallah, basically. I told Bibi, hey, you killed Nasrallah. There's a whole bunch of women and children going to die in that strike, and I did it anyway. Andrew did it anyway. So, technically, Andrew's a war criminal. I mean, you kill women and children on top of the... Because it's a bunch of buildings, and the women and children in the buildings, and he's in the bunker underground, and all the women and children on the bunker. Yeah, well, they're already dead. Okay. President Obama's done. Oh my gosh. Hey, I need to find more about Obama.
Israel is thriving.
Yeah.
As a sovereign.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, wait, that's 9? 8.
The convention center for the annual Radio TV Correspondence Dinner. And Len little actual information. I'm also told that
this will work. September 7th, 2025? Why not? I know, it's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Wait, hold on. How much, Part 3? There you go. 121, part 3. Part 4 is right here, hold on 1 second. Okay, oh wait, this is the password. Yeah, I use the password. Don't look at the password. So there. I think President Obama and President Bush got a little upset. I think President Obama and President got a little upset about how they were doing. Well, pretty good. Does still exist in our shared timeline. First full circle. I think got a lot of Call of Duty Temple Warfare. I think we got a lot of stuff out there, but just pretty sure most of them still go. Pew, 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 pew. There you go. Now 15 kids. Do. Yeah, it's uploading, right? Should be uploaded. There you go. Okay. Alright, Mr. President, I found the President Obama's White House correspondent that I probably saw in the past. That was funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it in the past, though. Anyway, that rest of the wow, the cutie pie little bit. Was you old enough for me to date? Anyway. Oh man, the future is going to be interesting.
The world is now waiting to see how Israel responds.
This time, the Israelis went much further. They took out Iranian missile defenses around Tehran and around some of the nuclear sites. They took out Iranian missile operations, and by taking out the air defenses, the message was, we could own your airspace, so don't tempt us.
Yeah. Here's another one. I saw this one already.
Iran's Ring of Fire was disintegrating across the entire region,
with
a major setback in Gaza.
One of the world's most hunted men is dead. Hamas military leader Yahya Sinwar, the mastermind of the October 7th attacks, was killed by Israeli troops in southern Gaza.
And in Syria.
Here we go, this is the good one.
Where Iran's ally, the dictator Bashar al-Assad, was forced from power.
September 7, 2025.
Moscow, and it is now a coalition of rebel groups that are in charge.
The whole ring was broken. Hamas was destroyed by us.
This is literally the opposite of what the defense minister said she should do. Andrew helped Bibi take out the weaker enemies first, then Iran.
Land anything, and without the ring, Iran became much weaker.
Yeah.
A number of factors, all in the span of just a few short months, completely upended the game in the Middle East.
Yeah, I told you, Jake. You were sitting behind Hillary Clinton, Jake. And I told you.
And so this is just a different moment in the Middle East than
For Benjamin Netanyahu,
September 7, 2025.
do what he'd been advocating for decades.
Deterrence must now
September 9, 2025.
immediate and effective Prevention.
defend our
This is
nation.
not
4:44 p.m.
It is
Firmly committed.
We're 6 months away from being about 90% of having enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Press.
Weeks away from having the fissile material Iran live.
Yeah, still watching documentary in the year 2025. This should be the last of me.
Horizon open for Israel.
I got
suddenly realized
yeah, we're gonna need another video probably. It's okay, you guys have another video.
On the tentacles, we can now aim at what many people call the head of the snake, which is
Yeah. You guys have another meeting in September, I think. So
If you listen to the Israelis,
I will finish the
they will tell you
looking lovely
that
as
as soon as Hezbollah fell, they began receiving a new stream of intelligence suggesting that the Iranians had made a decision to race for a bomb and had built a separate cell that most Iranian leaders didn't even know about that was reviving the old bomb project.
Oh wow.
They informed the Americans of their intelligence. I have yet to find
which has been keeping.
You know your Secretary of State, the oil guy. He's not. Well, Andrew wasn't helping you when during your first term to pick your cabinet. You know, President Trump. So the Republican establishment picked
But they needed help.
I've helped you pick it.
Only the U.S. had bombs capable of destroying Iran's underground nuclear facilities. With 2 months until a new U.S.
Massive
administration,
ordnance
Netanyahu decided to wait.
The United States is proud that Israeli Air Force pilots are flying.
So I want to thank you all for
the
being here. Thank you
incredible
very much.
I already saw this one.
F-35 planes.
I already saw this one.
Mr. President, I want to first thank you for inviting me again to the White House. You've been a remarkable friend to the state.
Defend our nation.
September 7th.
Then Trump went in a surprising direction.
Celebrated the 69th anniversary
We're
of
having direct
Israel's
talks with
independence.
But Trump announces that he is going to open up negotiations with the Iranians to see how it goes.
Yeah,
I think everybody agrees
tried our
that
best.
a new deal would be preferable.
tried
You can
our very
just
best.
see Netanyahu's discomfort and see what's it supposed to happen like this. He was
Well,
supposed to have
actually, it is.
in the Oval Office
Somebody's voicing over this.
the great Iran hawk.
Well, the documentary people don't know.
You don't have to be a great psychologist to see how unhappy Netanyahu was with the idea of another prolonged negotiation.
Have inspired millions of
Officials, the U.S. and Iran holding high stakes.
A few days later, in Oman, negotiations began between the U.S. and Iran.
Indeed.
The side said going into these talks that they were looking for some sort of deal. The Iranians want those crushing economic sanctions lifted. The Americans want to see restrictions on Iran's nuclear program.
We totally tried to negotiate that. We tried it to our very best. The Iranians were like whatever, so we fucking blew them to hell.
Jews placed
From the Americans,
they were also showing signs that they were also eager to find an agreement with Iran.
Yeah, we totally did. September 7, 2025.
I think they're going okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to say nothing matters until you get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy sites.
From Rome, where this morning Iran and the United States are sitting down for a new round of talks.
Yeah, this is probably the last chance. I mean, Rome. I mean, I President Trump is September 7, 2025. I know, I warned them,
The Israeli
President Trump. I
government
warned
is
them.
absolutely convinced that the Iranians are just trying to stall the negotiations. They're just playing for time,
Yeah.
the Israelis, to their American counterparts.
Pretty much, yeah.
The president means what he
Hi,
says.
Steve. We
which is
tried.
They cannot have a bomb.
As talks progressed, Trump's chief negotiator, Steve Witkoff, suggested a compromise was possible.
So this is going to be much about verification on the enrichment program.
Witkoff publicly said, well, maybe the Iranians could go back to the same kind of enrichment.
Yeah, maybe Alexis can not love the devil. I know, maybe my future wife, future girlfriend could not date the devil. Lots of things, maybe. Or maybe the Russian government wouldn't collapse. Anyway, next job. Operation Russian Revolution.
Zero enrichment in Iran.
Operation Russian Revolution. The next part. President Obama was like, yeah, all the generals, they're not taking me serious. President Trump, you take me seriously, don't you? Bibi and you, because I've never lied to you, either one of you ever, right? Andrew has never lied to either one of you ever. I mean, this is all history, so this is the future. So we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Because the prophet Andrew kicks ass. Oh, hi, boss. Yeah. 6 rounds. So it was 6 rounds. I thought it was
during those months, I
simple.
heard from people here in Israel around the Prime Minister.
You did get 6
they
rounds.
kept on saying, watch out for the 60 days.
1 second.
Israel's military was now preparing.
1 second. Okie dokie.
I feel like mom and pop businesses are the fuels in the U.S. economy. Got 5 stores.
That same day, the president and the first lady were
Dinner. Oh, photo op. 44 seconds on C-SPAN. This little tiny clip is 24 seconds, so I need September 7, 2025. You know, I need the last of the. I have no idea. Maybe 20 minutes possible. So. Wow.
We are giving it absolute go. I think there's a good chance it could happen.
Oh my God.
There's no chance whatsoever. I actually think with the capabilities of
Well, I mean.
Frankly, the other side, I really think we have a chance. I think Israel would like to see it.
Yeah, since C-SPAN's missing some, the next one I think on is January. So let me see if that January you guys have.
We're working very hard on it. We'll see what happens. Historically, people say it can't happen. I say it can happen. I just want to say,
We can try. I mean, we can try. Give it a try.
Mr. President, it's great to see you again.
Oh my God.
I would say that under your leadership.
Working on for 8.5 minutes. That is not long enough for the rest of the year. Yeah, I mean the next thing. I mean, because this is C-SPAN, and well, we might have to wait a little bit longer for the rest of the documentary, I guess. Because this is really far in the future. I need to walk you through the war in real time, but this is just the general knowledge of the future for Bibi and you. So 8 minutes in the next one. So I mean. Well, this is interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. No, never mind. It didn't change. Because my glasses is foggy, so I thought it was 44 seconds. Actually, 3 minutes and 44 seconds. My glasses is smudgy, so. It's still September 7, 2025. I mean, I'm briefing President Obama on his first White House correspondence here, so he already knows about this future. He's gonna try to prevent this future, probably, and fail doing it. Yeah, I see President Trump smiling. He's gonna try to prevent this future, but he's gonna fail miserably at it. Nope. The future's happening because if he prevents it, I wouldn't exist, you know? I mean, that's fundamental understanding of time that President Trump always had. if you actually prevent this future, Andrew will not be existing to tell you this future. Right? It's like in basic time travel 101, right? So see you around the future again. One more time. January again. Wizard President is still September 7, 2025. Let's finish get as much as we can, man.
An attack on Iran's nuclear facilities.
There you go. Anyway.
During the discussions
As much as
and
it can.
deliberations,
This is just
with the chief of
I have to
staff,
walk you through it closer to your time,
Netanyahu,
basically.
he said, "Go do your stuff. Make sure it's a stunning success.
It
and
is.
Upon that success, I will bring President Trump." So he knew
He will,
his
but
thought gambled
because
over.
President Trump is
If Israel
because
succeeds,
Andrew and President Trump is going to
if
try
it
for
is
peace
indeed a
in the future.
stunning
Donald Trump, we are going to try our damn hardest
President
to
Trump
negotiate that
wanted to
peace,
be part
and they
of the success.
just dick us around. The Iranians just dick us around and then completely play us for fools. I mean, so anyway, we tried our best. So
Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival.
More than 200 fighter jets were aimed at Iran's main enrichment facility.
200? You have 200 fighters?
Killed several top military leaders and nuclear scientists. We took them by surprise.
Yeah.
And we attacked all these targets simultaneously and repeatedly for 2 weeks.
It's 12-day war.
The military leadership, the head of the
Oh yeah, by the way,
others,
who wants to tell Tom Cruise that Iran doesn't have any F-14s anymore? You know, Top Gun can't do it anymore. We blew up Iran's F-14s. No more Top Gun.
Probably more than
Was that song?
the hardcore of information group scientists.
Was something? Highway to
We will not have
danger
a second Holocaust, a nuclear Holocaust.
Yeah. Yeah. Iran's gonna run out of ballistic missiles, so.
Iran's retaliation has begun.
Oh man.
This time, when Iran retaliated, some of its missiles got through
Yeah,
Israel's
some of them did get
defenses.
through.
At least 5 people have been killed and dozens injured in the latest round of missile strikes launched by Iran.
Iran fires all of its ballistic missiles at Israel, so they are now out.
The U.S. of using the negotiations.
Now they're rebuilding the zone.
And I can hear people are chanting death to America. They say enable the war.
Maybe.
When the Israelis attacked us, that showed that the Americans have approved this. Now we have realized that they have been cooperative in the course of aggression from day one.
Well, it wasn't us who didn't take the deal. President Trump gave them as much time to try.
No current Trump administration officials would agree to be interviewed.
For PBS, yeah.
At the time, the president said that the U.S. had nothing to do with Israel's strikes.
I've never found any evidence
Yeah.
that the Israelis got a green light from the White House. I think they got a yellow caution light, which was, you go do this, you may be in it for
Well, President Obama was going to be sitting next to you while you guys continue doing that jokes or something, right?
Trump began in that usual
So anyway, hopefully you.
want a piece of the victory. Pretty well. Right now, pretty well.
The rest of it, I guess, goes to President Trump and then.
I gave
Thank you.
60 days.
I mean, and on exactly 60 days.
And the 61st, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, a back channel developed about whether the U.S. would now be willing, since the Israelis had cleared the way, to go after Natanz and Fordo.
Yep.
On June 19th, President Trump's spokeswoman said he was taking time to decide whether to join the war.
I will make my
Caroline, this is in a documentary. September 7, 2025.
From the beginning, that 2-week utterance.
President Obama's still there, right? I think those generals are having a little bit of existential crisis.
Already approved the plan.
And y'all like,
signed the execute order the next afternoon, and the planes were in the air the next day.
Yeah.
The United States has entered Israel's war with Iran. American stealth bombers and submarines launched a massive coordinated attack.
Unprecedented strikes against Iran's nuclear enrichment sites. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace.
President Trump and I often say, peace through strength. First comes strength.
Well, you know.
Then comes peace.
You know, President Obama, you could have had a longer jokes. I mean, you could have been. I guess this committee is getting briefed on national security issues. He's gonna have an existential crisis and jump off a building or something.
Even Donald Trump
banked so much of
his political career on not wanting.
He's like, he's just a comedian. He doesn't even know this. White House correspondent says this. So not my problem, Mr. President. I mean, President Obama doesn't even know all this stuff. You know? He's not the one making decisions.
After the U.S. airstrikes, Iran and Israel continued fighting, despite Trump declaring a ceasefire.
Well, it's 12-day war for a reason.
So hard that they don't know what they're doing. You understand that?
You have to tell Bibi to come back.
The war came to an end.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man,
that is a crime. We are for dialogue. We want to engage, but the Americans have failed the test. They have failed the exam, so they have to come and explain to us as to why.
Because the Prophet Andrew orders you to.
Instead of diplomacy.
The extent of the damage to Iran's nuclear facilities remained unclear, but Israel was confident the program had been set back.
It looks like it's all the surface ones are. You know that thing that you see on the surface? The surface ones are completely destroyed. The underground ones should be destroyed. Difficult to verify because it might be radioactive. That shit might be radioactive, so difficult to confirm. Don't sound like it.
As simple as that.
The interesting question is. Oh wow.
Despite its military success in Iran, Israel continues to fight in Gaza.
Yeah.
Hamas is still holding hostages. Of the 50 remaining, around half are thought to be dead. Iran continues to back Hamas.
They are legitimate organization. They are trying to realize their own rights, self-determination, sovereignty of their territory.
Do you see Hamas as bearing any responsibility whatsoever for the catastrophe unfolding?
They don't have water. I mean, Gaza needs to get water and electricity from Israel, and they're basically trying to say that the whole of Israel is part of Palestine. So
there is no doubt that the Hamas as a combatant in the battlefield, they have their own obligation according to the international humanitarian law. But I do believe now the Israeli regime is more responsible.
So I'm going to get the next one. And I have to do the next one.
Close to 2 million Palestinians have been displaced.
Yeah, I guess you're part of the administration now. Hold on.
Thank you to cable and satellite companies who like C-SPAN to viewers as a public service.
together in Afghanistan. Wait, prime.
I think President Trump. I think I might have seen this on YouTube, possibly. So I will skip it. Possibly. Meeting with ministers last century, September 2002. Oh man. Well.
While President Trump, Israel relations and negotiations in the Israeli-Palestinian peace process.
This one, I think I already saw this one. That's the one I saw. So here's the Golan High one. Crap. This is actually pretty good. I mean, good enough time. Something else I needed to know. This is the
The president also signed an executive order recognizing Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights territory.
Cool.
This is 15 minutes.
President Trump. It is September 7, 2025, 5:05 p.m. There's something, since this is so far in the future now, there's something else you need to tell Bibi the virus, right? It's a coronavirus, and Israel has really good data on the virus, and you do help me in the past, and because Andrew's about to lose his superpowers. The past Andrew's about to lose his superpowers, and it'll be an interesting process. But anyway, here's the rest of the documentary.
And amid airstrikes and widespread starvation, the death toll continues to rise.
I mean, I'm looking at the buildings now, and
begin by expressing our
international groups are calling it a genocide. The UN's human rights chief says that Israel's actions are tantamount to ethnic cleansing.
Anyway,
There's been another incident of Palestinians being killed while trying to get food aid. The IDF has acknowledged that its soldiers did fire at the civilians.
At the civilians, not at the civilians' bodies. So.
More than 60,000 now recorded killed.
Oh, this guy's Palestinian. Oh. So I sort of accidentally told the Palestinians about Alexis.
And many of them are from my own family and my wife's.
Yeah, the Palestinians know them.
To argue that Israel is doing all this because it's fighting Hamas, we don't accept. Israel is not fighting Hamas in Gaza. Israel is targeting our society. Call it extermination, call it erasure, call it whatever you want.
That's what Palestinians say. This guy's Palestinian.
Mass destruction, mass starvation at industrial scale.
This is the end of the documentary.
Israel and the IDF have been doing
a long-ass documentary, by the way.
Cleansing. Some even call it genocide. What do you say to the people that say that that is what, in fact, the IDF is doing?
I would say to these people that Israel wants to defend itself. Period. We didn't choose this war. On October 7th,
Hamas said
and we have around
they knew what was going to happen to
organizations with the support
to Gaza.
That
they wouldn't have launched the October 7, 2023 attacks.
Keep saying it, and we believe them. And we will do our
I have to
best
say,
protect
that's complete fucking bullshit.
It's not true.
President Trump and Vice
We are
President.
not killing innocent people for the sake of killing innocent people.
Because I saw you on.
This is what we want for the sake of our children. And we will keep doing it. We'll keep doing whatever. We keep doing whatever we need to do. In order to
I told you you were going to be vice president, so run for governor, right? 2012 governor, I told you so. I'm just going to tell you it's true, so.
The wars between
That's the future that already happened.
Iran and its proxies since October 7th have reshaped the region.
The balance of power has changed dramatically. The Arab world has weakened. Iran has weakened. Israel has made its statement in terms of military triumph. But can it translate this into kind of a political solution in the
Good
region?
question. Without the wife,
Reduces threats.
what happens to the when my girlfriend, future wife, is been captured by the devil? So that is an interesting question. So I am not sure what the results are now. What the timeline is now. It's celestial battle and a real battle.
Israel has struck targets in Syria. Lebanon, Yemen.
Yeah, just Yemen too. I mentioned before the Yemeni prime minister and most significant portion of the cabinet is dead. the rebel prime minister and rebel cabinet is dead. Israel blew him to hell because Andrew knew where they were.
What are they bringing to the table except bombs? And bombs, not just in Gaza.
You have a lot of bombs. Israel has a lot of bombs.
Criticizing Israel.
If there's something, Israel's not going to run out of bombs because America has lots of bombs to give them. Israel has lots of bombs.
There is not any logic in this argument.
I'm pretty sure this guy's Jewish, by the way. So this guy's making.
Then the proxies of Iran.
I've actually seen this in the past too.
The proxies disappear, and Iran is weaker.
Anyway,
automatically,
I am unsure about Israel's future now. It's still up in the air.
For a better and more stabilized Middle East.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 years after October 7th, the region remains in flux.
Hi, September 7th, 2025. It's like documentary. You just look at it's the same documentary as President Trump.
French President Emmanuel Macron said that his country plans to
almost done. The documentary almost done. September 7th, 2025.
The structure in which the Middle East existed has now been shattered.
Anyway,
the Arab-Israeli part of it, the Palestinian-Israeli part of it, the axis of resistance, Iran, etc. has been broken apart.
Yep.
It's a moment for a whole new order.
Indeed. One man.
What order are we talking
one time machine. And I think the Hollywood just doesn't understand how powerful a time machine is. A time weapon. So anyway, there's the end of the film. Yeah. There's about 4 minutes left. The White House correspondence for President Obama, and this is we have to warn Israel if you haven't already, President Trump, because you're gonna have some rough times, President Trump, in your future. Rough 4 years, but hang in there. I promise you. You are super duper rich in the future, President Trump. True Social stock and cryptocurrency initial operating, you are a multi-billionaire and you have plenty of money. And don't worry about Tiffany's husband, like ripping off Jared's. they try to sell a yacht that's for too much money. And don't worry about it. I mean, you have plenty of money in such a thing. Yeah, Jared. Don't worry about it. Because I mean, what kind of in-laws try to steal money from you? Other than Andrew just told you about it. It's weird, but anyway, it's a coronavirus. It targets ACE2, angiotensin converting enzyme 2, and it has a MSC81 inhibitors inside the virus. So it's like HIV and what's the other one? Measles, smallpox, and anything that's really dangerous. It has MSC1. Innate immune system inhibitors inside the virus. So, and ACE2 is inside astrocytes and microglia. So it can infect your white blood cells inside your brain, basically, inside your spine, inside your brain, and it can infect your ovaries, your testes, pituitary gland. Let me see all the viruses. 1 second.
Defend our people.
Yeah, you have to.
And defend our states.
Anyway,
after this meeting, I will return home ahead of schedule to meet the people of Israel and the soldiers of Israel.
You gotta get ready,
But before I go, Mr. President, it was so kind of you to invite me to come here. It was so important for me to come here to the White House and to thank you. Mr. President, over the years, Israel has been blessed to have many friends who sat in the Oval Office. But Israel has
Let me see if
never
this
had
one
a
has it.
better friend
That's this
than
paper.
You
Is
showed
it
us
this paper?
time and again.
Yeah, there's a picture with
Showed us when you withdrew from the
there's a picture.
nuclear deal with Iran.
Yeah.
I remember in one of our first meetings you said, "This is a horrible deal. I will leave it." You said it, you did it.
There we go.
You showed it when you restored sanctions against a genocidal regime that seeks to destroy.
Anyway, this is
one and only
got 2 minutes back to the committee. Anyway, lungs, nasal cavity, brain, salivary gland, thyroid, pituitary gland, stomach, small intestines, colon, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, adrenal gland, bladder, breast, prostate, and testes, ovaries, and vagina. I mean, this virus literally infects your fucking vagina. I mean, you got a virus that fucking infects your vagina from your lungs. I mean, brain. I mean, you guys need your brains, right? Anyway, do you really need your brains? You don't really need your brains, right? I'm being sarcastic. You don't need your brains, right? You don't need your vagina. Human beings don't need vaginas. I mean, don't need brains or vaginas. I mean, right? Yeah. Anyway, this virus is because Alexis Ren dated Satan. So. Yeah, virus in 2010 years. You have 10 year time. You have 10 years before the fucking apocalypse. Yeah. Nice job, Hollywood, by the way. Yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry. I know. I remember, yeah.
And a few years later, as an officer in a special unit, I led my soldier into a covert mission into Syria. And as we came back to the Golan, to Israel, we nearly froze to death. Blinded snowstorm.
Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna have to fight with you in the back?
But at that point,
Jesus Christ.
In 1967, Israel seized the high ground, which has since proven invaluable to our defense. Because in 1973, Syria launched a surprise attack against Israel.
67 war is a Yom Kippur war, right?
Proved to be to enable us to absorb the initial attack. It was a horrific and successfully counterattacked the invading Syrian forces. Within 3 weeks, we were at the gates of Damascus.
It's Syria, right?
Our brave soldiers triumphed after one of the
Yom
hardest
Kippur war or
fought
something
tank
like
battles in our history. But while Israel
oh my God!
2 wars,
I was fighting.
We would have to wait nearly half a century until this moment here in this room.
I did fight with you, Bibi.
Our military victory into a diplomatic victory.
The tank battle. I fought that battle. The tank battle.
Your decision to recognize Israel's
we fought together in that war because I won the tank people that the Syrians were coming in scrambled tanks.
As historic justice, Israel won the Golan Heights in a just war of self-defense.
Remember that?
Jewish people's roots
like a few tanks on that ridge against a bunch of tanks, and the Israeli tanks had a better angle of attack on the turret. They could lower the turret, so they hid behind the ridge, and they fought. And the Golan Heights fired down.
Lord Balfour,
I remember
President Harry S. Truman, and President Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
And you, Mr. President,
prepare for the future.
Mr. President,
you need F-35s.
You've done it not once.
You need. They say you had 200 jets. Where'd you get 200 fighter jets? You need a lot of bombs. A lot of bombs.
On the Golan.
A lot of
Your
bombs.
proclamation comes at a time when the Golan is more important than ever for our
even
security.
One of the most important parts, you need enough bombs to bomb Syria's chemical weapons source. After Syria falls, the chemical weapons source has to be destroyed. So you need the targets. Just wait. Don't do anything, and then let the leader of Syria, the new leader of Syria, overthrow Assad in 2024, right after Alexis' birthday, December 8th, 2024. They will fall. So in December 2024, you will have to bomb.
Mr. President, we have a saying that
you have to bomb Syria and destroy all their chemical weapons.
Am in Golan. That means the people are with the Golan. But thanks to you, we now know that there are two peoples who stand with the Golan.
Yeah.
The people of Israel and the people of America.
In a time machine.
So on behalf of all the people of
September 7th, 2025.
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you for your leadership.
This thing is 3 hours. I was not expecting to do this.
Thank you for all
I'm gonna try to put this on YouTube. Might get flag copyright, might not. It probably wouldn't.
And greater than ever.
If it doesn't get flag,
Mr. President.
President Trump, I just recorded a 3-hour long video about. Anyway, see you in the future. It's a really nice rose garden club. The limestone is great. Anyway. Yeah, because you said the grass. Oh my God, Sarah, you why are you not the governor of Arkansas yet?
In the making, it should have taken place
Yeah.
many decades ago.
Yes. Sorry it took like 3 years to really watch one documentary of this president. Possibly, yeah, 3 years ago. Anyway.
Maybe you can.
Yeah, you're gonna be really, really rich, Mr. President, in the future. So hang in there, because this year is gonna be getting rough. They're gonna try to impeach you twice. Yes, the Democrats are trying to impeach you, President Trump, twice, and they will not succeed. Yeah, 2 impeachments, and then they try to put you in jail. And this president, you're gonna be fine. Anyway.
We're talking right now. We're talking about.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just trust me. You're both fine, and hopefully your legal troubles are over soon, Bibi. So Bibi still has legal trouble, but should be okay. You don't have any legal troubles anymore, but when you're a president, you're hopefully we don't start World War III with Russia. Though. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen. No nuclear war yet. No nuclear war yet. Try not to start World War III over a woman, right? Anyway, long story.